people will come. And they'll watch the game. And it'll be as if they'd dipped themselves in magic waters.
We're going to listen in on the opening broadcast for the Texas Rangers. And we will be right back when this game gets ready to start.
That should make this a very good matchup. It also means the right-handed hitters have got to take advantage of this starting pitcher today. All right, well, as we continue to look for positives, how about last night, David Dahl?
Moderators, let everybody know. I'll be right back in there in just a minute.
A couple knocks at the plate. Emily Jones will put David in the spotlight when we return.
It's summer. Time to trade hibernation for liberation. Couch time for tan lines. Because there's a big world out there, and it's calling. For every rock, road, and reason to get out and go, you can count on a Kia to take you there. Ranked #1 in dependability by J.D. Power, and backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Get 0% APR for up to 60 months with $1,500 customer cash on the purchase of a new 2022 Sportage.
I'm going to tell you a secret since we're in the car alone. I have been to Sonic in my pajamas. Have you? Same. Oh, thank God. I knew, of course. That's why we're
Probably
friends.
without a bra on.
Oh, definitely with a bra on. Yeah. Sonic Crave Cheeseburger. I never wear a bra when I drop the kids off at school.
Are you one of the millions of Americans who experience occasional bloating, gas, or abdominal discomfort? Taking Align can help. Align contains a quality probiotic to naturally help soothe digestive upsets 24/7. Try Align, the pros in digestive health.
All right, I got to fix the board there, guys.
We all have different healthcare.
It'll take just a minute.
That's why we built an app that lets you care for all of them. Your way. It's how we're changing healthcare for the better.
Mavs fans, now it's our night at a Rangers game. Get discounted tickets when the Rangers take on the D-backs on July 27th. And get this sweet Mavs Rangers combo pack. MFFLs on Rangers fans too. Log on for details. Valley Sports Southwest, the new network for Rangers baseball. We are the heart of the fan, the heart of Texas, the heart of the Rangers. All season long, count on Valley Sports Southwest to capture all the action. Watch Rangers baseball on Valley Sports Southwest and stream the games live on the
Hey, welcome in, everybody. Glad you're here today. I gotta move up just a little bit here.
Rangers closing out another series in Detroit. This one a 4-gamer and looking to avoid
4-gamer in Detroit. What's up? What's up? I know it's a smaller market play today, but we wanted to listen to it. Inside the Valley Sports thing, we're going to take it down a little bit because we don't need to hear Emily Jones and everything she's got to say. Welcome in, friends. Glad you're here. Baseball on the channel in the afternoon. 11 of you in here. Maybe we'll get a little bit more. I'm going to go and share it out. Moderators, I am working on 5 subscribers away from the number. I'd like to get lucky enough to hit that today if we get a YouTube share out. I don't know if we will or not. We will see. One can hope, right? One can hope. Well, we will see. Take down Twitter there. Take this off. Jesse, great to see you. Mike, thank you for being here. Maddie's in the house with us. That's the only names I can see so far. And Jeannie is here. Got to give Jeannie. I haven't given Jeannie her welcome lately. That sounds pretty good. So glad you guys are here. Appreciate you coming in. Texas and Detroit, 2 teams that are, they're not in the basement. They're under the house. They are really low in their divisions. Not doing well at all overall. Unfortunate for those fans. But if they're fans, they still like it. And we still call the game accordingly. Jeff, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. I got to send you a list of stuff to be prepared for tonight. I'll do that right after this game. I'll get that over to you around 4 o'clock, 4:30. A couple things. So let's talk about these 2 teams. Texas, 35-61. a 365 winning percentage. They're 1-9 in their last 10. They've lost 8 in a row. 8 in a row. They are currently 22.5 games out of first place. Today's combatant is the Detroit Tigers at 46-31, a 474 winning percentage. They currently are 12.5 games out of first place, 6-4 in their last 10. They won 6 in a row. Look out, Tigers have won 6 in a row. The Corner. Subscribe to you on my other channel. Hope it helps. Okay. I like the name, The Corner. I used to love Deion Sanders. Used to do a segment on the NFL Network about The Corner or something where he would talk. That was always pretty cool. So welcome in. Thank you for supporting. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. Baseball on the channel here today. I'm excited regardless of the combatants. Welcome in, Paul. Good to see you. And, of course, my partner channel, Diz Our Dream. You guys are live today. And today you guys are doing Quitters Vape. Interesting. Unique name. And today you guys are doing Dreaming with Your Pals or Beating Up Your Pals or something like that. I know it's one of the Pals show, and it's good. It's a good show. It's a great show. Jeff and Angela, fantastic creators in our Disney community. Thank you for dropping their link in there for anybody that might want to know. Let me check the number here as we come up. Quitters Vape. That's a cool name. I like it. I like it. It's changed out here. We're getting ready. We're in Detroit today. I haven't seen any games in Detroit this year at all. Texas Quitters is our vape shop in Texas. Cool. Awesome for you guys. Well, good luck to you. If you're ever into any sponsorship or anything, let me know. I'm always about promoting businesses that love baseball, that like helping out. And we're doing that. But I'll promote you today for free just because you subscribe. Texas Quitters. Y'all, check them out. Check them out. We got a signal interruption. We're reconnecting. Joseph, what's up? What's up? He says, go Rangers. Jared's in house with us as well. Welcome in. Welcome in. I'm looking forward to getting this thing going here today on the channel. I need to do a reset on the actual page. Waiting for the signal to recover in. Great to see you. We like that. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. All right. Let me jump over here to the scores. I'm having a signal challenge. Jesse must be throwing some lightning or something at us because our signal jumped on DirecTV. So I just got to wait for it to come back in. The good thing is I can still call the game. And we're not that far away from first pitch here at 1:10 my time. Let's have some fun. Let's get it rolling. Come on, signal, kick back in. If my receiver is restarting, connection will be restored once it's back online. Let me check with Preston, make sure he didn't turn over the major. I can kill my son sometimes. The Rangers pitcher looks like it's going to give up some points. 2-9, way under 500. Wow, really? I like you already, the Corner. I'm wondering if Preston turned off that thing. All right, we're ready to go here in the game. And we're going to roll with it regardless. Let's do it. Jeff, Diz Our Dream, are you ready? Woo! Jeff is ready. This game.
Phenomenal.
I'm excited about it. Umpire said it.
Time to play the game.
First pitch is a foul. Second one's a strike. It's Tyner Falfea. Alexander on the hill. We're at Comerica Park in Detroit. 345 down the left field line. 330 to right. Third pitch is a ball with a changeup outside. Dead center, 420. Always like those deep fields in Detroit. Falfea looks at the third one. That right there would be a called strike 3.
Hoo-ah!
Falfea Foul fade down. Here comes White, your left fielder. Hits 187 on the year. Where is my son? There's only one reason the signal will go out, and that's he's in his room moving stuff around. He unplugged it. Ball upstairs right there. Four-seam fastball. Alex, welcome in. Did you unplug the DirecTV box in your room?
No.
Go check and make sure your signal's strong, because I lost my signal in here. Bye. Says no, I'm not sure. Second pitch comes in. That's a foul. 1 ball, 1 strike to White. Your left fielder, 187 on the year, White's hitting. 187. Are you kidding me? Come on, guys. You got to at least bat your weight. Or at least daggone close to it, right? I would think that would be key. I'm going to watch the game on here. All right, give me power off of this socket. 1-1 pitch. Here we go. Ground ball hits sharply over to third. Up with it over to first. That's an out. 2 down. Two down in the inning. That was a nice play right there. All right, here comes Garcia, Adolis Garcia, 263 on the year, 22 home runs. Big swing and a miss. Dropped down to one knee. The Rangers have been top 5 awful. Well, hey, corner, the Orioles are my team, and they're number 1 or 2 awful. But, you know, just like the Rangers, they're rebuilding the farm system.
Little in tight, and it's 1-1. Now, he's a young kid that has really come on the spotlight here this year, but his hole is inside. You can really pound him in. He likes to extend those arms.
1-1 pitch. Here comes. Almost hit him. Almost hit him. That's a ball. 2-1.
Shift to the left side.
Left-hander on the hill. Heavy shift on the left side. Here's the kick in the fire. Ground ball hits sharply foul again. Strike 2. Garcia wearing number 53 on his uniform. Edward, what's up? This is early, he says. Not that early. I've done earlier games on this channel, as you know. Left-handed pitcher gets ready to kick and fire. Here we go, 2-2. Ground ball hits sharply up the middle. Second base is going to take it on a backhand. Over to first. Throws it over the first baseman's head. He's going to be safe at first. It's going to be tough on how that's scored. It could be an error. Could be a hit. That's going to be tough. They're going to call it a single, it looks like. He had to go way over. Should have been the shortstop's ball. Second baseman interfering on the overshift. He just lets it loose. And it soars over top the first baseman's head. Castro had no chance. All right, runner on first here with 2 down today. Don't forget to stop in tonight as we'll be live doing NFL football. I'm sure Jeff will be letting people know that he'll be checking out the show tonight. Ball outside, 1-0. Joey Gallo, big-time Gallo, 24 home runs, 52 runs driven in. But he's 2 for 19 since the All-Star break. He's been struggling. Second pitch comes in. That's a ball outside as well. Taking it, sitting on it. All right, we got the full feedback now, so we will step back out of that.
Just your franchise, but for the sport itself. Gallo accepts it and welcomes it. They play him to pull. Here's the 2.
Claim, that's a strike.
Alexander took something off that. It's 2-1.
2-1. take that off and go back to the scorecard here. Again, we're glad you're here with us today. We call baseball in the afternoon. Share it out, everybody. Help us out. Swing and a miss. Strike 2 up top.
We talked about it in our open. So you have a lefty, even though he's got great numbers against left-handed hitters this year, he's not an overpowering guy. What does that mean for Joey Gallo, who crushes left-handed pitching, and nobody's been better since 2017? Left on left and hitting the ball out of the ballpark. Should be a fun matchup.
2-2 pitch. Here it is. Down low. 3-2 full count. Smash them like, share the video, Joseph says. Thank you, buddy. Let's get some runs, Rangers. He's calling for it. Inside the Huddle tonight, 9 o'clock. NFL football on the channel. Here's the pitch. Bob goes over to first base. Hey, Emily, welcome in. Great to see you. One of our Hall of Justice superhero moderators. Fouled off. 3-2 remains the same. How's things in your side of the world, Emily? Hopefully things are going well. I loved the shirt the other day, by the way. Absolutely loved it. Thought it was fantastic. And happy belated birthday, by the way. I know I sent you a birthday wish, but I'll still say happy belated. Alexander kicks, fires, runner takes off. It doesn't matter. That's strike 3. He missed it. He's got to go sit on the bench. He's out. 3 down. We're going to the bottom of the first here on the channel. It looks like Badu, Shope, and Grossman coming up for the Tigers. Question is not who's going to score first. When are they going to score in this one? 2 teams both struggling this year. Emily, the icing on that cake will be to see you wearing that shirt on a Friday night sometime down in Florida and see you on stream. That would be awesome. Going to the bottom of 1 here. Afternoon baseball on the channel. This was the only game that we could do today. So I said, why not? Let's take a look at 2 teams we don't usually do. My computer didn't want me in here. It locked up so tight that I had to reboot. It was defending you against me, so I'm protected. Make sure you're not I'm looking outside. Make sure it's not raining. Great to see you back in here, Jess. I'm glad you're here. Tigers baseball. Where is Space Mountain Dave? He's always yelling at me to do the Tigers games, and I finally do one. He's nowhere near the TV. Joseph, just waking up, having some morning coffee. Good morning to you, sir. It is early over there. Hope you guys will join us tonight for our football matchup as we sit down. I've got Kelly can't make it tonight, so I've got an incredible broadcast partner and a solid surprise tonight to join us to discuss the NFL. 2 Disney creators who are incredible in their own right, but are very educated on football. Got some good ones tonight. You got to show up to see who it is. Batting order for the Tigers. Badu. That sounds like it should be a guy, a Disney character himself. Badu, Shope, and Grossman. Haas, Candelario, the Candyman. Castro, Short, and Reyes. You're not seeing double. It's Harold Castro and Willie Castro. And, of course, the awesome Candelario will be here. Foltnowitz on the hill. 19 starts. He's 2-9. Here's the pitch. First pitch to Badu. That's a strike. No, he called it a ball. Wow. Took it away. Started to go flinching for it. Called it away. Like it. Not the same Tigers, but love rooting for any Tigers. Emily, I'm going to do some LSU games. Ball inside. He almost hit him. I'm going to do some LSU football games on my channel this year, which should be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. LSU is one of the colleges that Preston likes, and he is putting in for college coaches down there to check him out for baseball. So, fly ball, center field, dead center. That's an out. But I will tell you, he also put in for UT also. So don't get mad, as he's doing a little orange also. Got to put a bunch of feelers out to see where he goes. Arsenal pitching for Mike, number 20. 4-seam fastball, slider, 2-seamer, changeup, and a curveball. That sounds like Preston's Arsenal right there. That's literally what Preston throws right there. It is a great college. It is a great college, LSU. Ball inside. I would love to see Preston play baseball in the SEC. That would be incredible. First pitch coming into Shope. Jonathan Scope is the DH today of record, number 7, in the white Detroit home uniforms. Ground ball up the middle, softly hit. Second baseman boots it. Good Lord, he just kicked it. It's like a running mule, and he just kicked it in the back of the behind. What is he doing? That's an error. Come on. Hit the mound, but he still should have had it. He just booted it. And then used a lot of letters and words that I can't say on this channel after the fact. All right, left-handed hitter Grossman coming in. Left fielder, switch hitter today. Batting from the left-hand side. Ball outside. Runner on first. Tigers trying to strike first. Will these Tigers attack? We're waiting to see. Left-hander's in there waiting on it. Right-hander kicks and deals. Ball outside. 2-0. Several fans in the stands. Definitely not a sellout by no means. Great to see people there rooting on their team. Ball outside, just misses. Pitcher's not happy about it, but it was definitely outside. Some colleges are hard to get into. Got to work hard to get into them. Got to work even harder when you get there. Here's the pitch. Strike on a corner. He gets it. 3-1. Grossman with pine tar everywhere. On his hat, on his uniform, on his bat, on his batting gloves. Probably got it on his cup as well. We just don't know about it. Ball outside. That's a free pass on the channel. Wow. Right there, quick. You got an error, then you get a free pass. Things are up and rolling and going good. Rangers defense, White, Garcia, and Dahl around the outfield. Around the infield, Culberson, Kiner, Falfea, Solak, and Ibanez. And Heim will be doing the catching. Here we go with the walk.
Happy birthday!
And here comes Haas.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Haas, the right-handed hitter, the catcher, wearing number 13. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. Big, heavy swing. Right-hander's got that bat resting on his shoulder. Now he waves it up above his head. Pitcher kicks and delivers. Ball outside. He's not getting the tight calls, and he's starting to get mad at the umpire. He actually just looked over to the dugout, then looked back in. Now he's shaking his head and fixing his belt. That's not a good way to get on the umpire's good side. Why tick off the guy that's making all the decisions? It's like calling up your boss and telling him he's fat. What are you doing? That's a shot. Did he get enough of it? Way back. Up there. Out there. Haas just found something he liked.
There's a drive. Way back. It might be. It could be.
They're bombing in Detroit, everybody. Bombing in Detroit. The third run is just across the plate. Wow.
Back, gone. Self-high five.
3-0 Detroit that quick. Hey, Joy, welcome in. Joy shows up and people start hitting home runs. That's the way we roll. Joy shows up, we get a 3-run big fly. That got way too much of the plate. Way too much with the plate. I mean, that was, you just can't throw it there. Yep, you can't do that. You can't give up that much of the plate. That was problems. You got to have supreme stuff to come in dead center of the plate. Major League Baseball. Supreme heavy stuff with movement. Left-handed pitcher in there now, or left-handed hitter, I should say, in there now, is Candelario. You should see the look of the pitcher's face. He's absolutely disgusted right now. Swing and a miss, strike 3. You're out, son. You can't swing the bat like that. Two outs in the inning here. Here comes the kick and the fire. Strike in there on the corner. Umpire was extremely animated on that one. Kind of trying to make a point to the pitcher, like, I'll call strikes when there's strikes. Quick pitching, here we go. Ball in the dirt, he tried to quick pitch him. That didn't work. I'm counting. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs in the inning. They're doing the Day-O chant. Always liked that when I'm at the ballparks. I would love to be at a game with Diz Our Dream doing the Day-O chant. That would be fun. Ball inside, almost hit him. No, he didn't go. Don't check it down to third. He didn't go anywhere. He gets him. That's the third out of the inning. Struck out swinging. Hoo-ah.
Hoo-ah. Keep the change, you filthy animal.
We're going to the second inning, everybody. 3-0 Detroit. If you took Detroit scoring in the first inning in Vegas, you're sitting pretty right now. We will be right back. All right, coming back to the second inning, that beautiful ballpark. I love Comerica Park. I think it's an awesome park. I'd like to go see a game there myself one time. That would be pretty cool. Alexander's back on the hill. Left-hander's ready to go. First pitch coming. That's a ball inside. Heim, your catcher's hitting. Let's go back at it. Heim has got a great tattoo on his arm. That's cool. Look at that color. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1.
All right, all right, all right.
Valhalla re-upped his membership. Thank you, Valhalla, for re-upping your membership. We appreciate you. One of our sporting partners out there. We talk about him all the time.
2-1. The count on Jonah Heim. Joey Reinsdorf. Cigar. Usually 4th to 6th inning, somewhere in that range, depending on the pace of the game. 75 degrees.
75 degrees in Detroit today. Man, that's perfect weather to me. 3 balls, 1 strike to Heim. The worst you can do is come out and put your team right in a dilemma by walking the first guy after they just scored some runs. Come on, man. Show a little bit. 3-1. Is he swinging? He is. Oh, he got a lot. Did he get enough? No, it's dying. Left field at the track. Grossman catches it. That's an out. He got a lot, but not enough. Just missed hitting that out. That's going to bring up Ibanez. Andy Ibanez. He's 0 for 15 versus right-handers in July. 0 for 15. 7 for 20 versus 3 versus the left-handers. First pitch comes in. It's a sinker for a strike. Swing and a miss. We are 4 subscribers away. Technically 5. We need to get up to 01. We need to get up to 5301. Hopefully we'll meet some new friends today that want to subscribe. Here's the pitch. 0-1. Ball low. 1-1 count. Welcome in, everybody. Jack Twaddle's in the house. Like to see you, Jack. 25 likes on the board. Get that up to 100. I'll shut up about that already. That should be a thing on the channel. Kyle Williams. Welcome in, Kyle Williams. Where are you coming in from? What part of the world if you're in the chat right now? Kyle Williams. Line drive. Out to the left fielder. Grossman makes the play on it again. Very nice. Cool, Kyle. Where are you coming in from? What part of the world, buddy? Looks like you're a big football fan, too. Are you a football fan? Just from your avatar, I was taking that. Dull, coming up, your right fielder. He's left-handed, number 21. Needs to be a little bit bigger. I need to get that just. That's where it can go. Popped foul. That's a strike. Bubba Wallace in the house. What's up, Bubba? Good to see you. 0-1 count, top of 2, 3-0 game on a bomb in the first inning. A 3-run big fly for Detroit. Ground ball ripped, but that's foul as well. The ball boy's going to make the play. Illinois, awesome. A White Sox and a Packers fan. Nice. Yeah, Tigers won 6 in a row. You're right. Kyle, I do an NFL show every Thursday night. We'll be talking about your Packers tonight at 9 o'clock on this channel. And then I also do every broadcast just like this every Sunday night, Monday night, and Thursday night game. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, foul. We're gonna do the Packers at least 4 or 5 times this year on this channel. So I'm glad you're subscribed to us, and hopefully you'll come back and watch some and hang out. Talk with us in the chat. We're an interactive channel. Shotgun, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Tonight, 9 o'clock, inside the huddle. 1-2 pitch. Here it comes. Foul. Packers, yeah, me too. I hope Rodgers comes back for your sake and all of our sakes. I think your backup quarterback can get there, but I don't think he's ready yet. And it's Rodgers. I mean, he's still an MVP, Hall of Fame candidate. You'd like to have him under center. Ball low. We're going full count. 2-2. 2-2 on the count. Couldn't see it on my TV there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Down low. Strike 3. You are out of there.
Hoo-ah!
That'll end the inning right there. We're going to the middle of the second, so bottom of 2. Patriots ain't picking up Rodgers. Rodgers going to have to be traded. He would have to be traded. The Packers own the rights to him. He'd have to agree to the trade. He's got a no trade clause to several teams. So a lot would have to happen, Rob. It could. I'm not saying it wouldn't. But Packers are going to want the farm for him, and I don't think any team is going to want to pay that. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. So that'll be tonight. We're talking about it 9 o'clock. Let's take a look at this, and we'll talk about that. We'll be right back.
Good evening, and welcome to Monday Night Football. 99 yards and a half. Are you ready for some football? Nobody catches ball. An amazing event to make what comes as look like tea party.
All right, here we're back quick. First pitch, swinging. Tigers are driving the ball. Castro's going for 3. Wow, the pitcher for Texas is quick pitching. And he just did it now. They brought the screen back up, and I'm watching it. I'm watching the video, waiting to end it and bring you guys back. And all of a sudden, he just quick pitched, and the Castro turned on it and shot it. Willie shot it out to dead center. Hit a bomb off the wall for a triple. Lead-off triple for the Tigers. Nathan, what's up, buddy? Wow. That's going to bring up Short, the shortstop, number 59. Fouls the first pitch back. He's batting 188 on the year. 4 home runs, 12 driven in. How about these Tigers, y'all, playing some good baseball? I picked a good time to do a Tiger game. Buddy, what's up? What's up? Buddy Sauceman in the house. Buddy, we're 3 or 4 subscribers away from 5,300. We're hoping to meet some new people. Help us out with that like, share out the video. We met a great person, Kyle Williams, subscribed today. We met the new tobacco shop down in Texas. Ground ball to third. The no vape shop, which I was excited about. And the ground ball to third, he looks him back and holds the runner. And he'll go over to first for an out. It's always cool. We meet new people, new businesses, all that kind of stuff. We like that.
It just seems like all the pitchers with the Rangers, quite honestly, among a lot of pitchers around the league, he can't get away with a mistake. Like, it just seems like mistakes that he makes. And, you'll hear things like, "Oh, I only made one mistake there, only two mistakes there."
That's ripped out to left field. That's going to be tracked and run down, but that's going to knock in a run. That ends up being a sacrifice on the play. That was a nice shot right there.
Self-high five.
Self-high five to the Tigers, up 4-0. What? Let me die.
It's not turning on.
See, there's got take. Is it plugged in? Check the different outlet.
I've tried 2 outlets. The new one in the bathroom and the one close to my door.
Are they both working?
Yes.
You sure no breaker's been tripped?
No.
Get the other vacuum out of the basement, though.
That one doesn't work either.
Ground ball. Get your mother for help.
I already got it.
And she can't figure it out?
I've been working on it for the past like 30 minutes.
Ground ball over to first. Foul. I can't. I'm in the middle of a stream. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Two outs in the inning, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fly ball to right field. That's going to be caught on a diving catch. Great play. That's the end of the second. Moderators, I'm going to go help Preston for a minute. I'm going to give you the announcers for a minute. I'll be right back. Thank you, Jesse.
We've seen him play left and in center, but here he is in left, full extension with the great speed in Eli White.
Here's to those who refuse to accept they're only human. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Texas, proud server of the most advanced machine on Earth. Here's to those who refuse to accept they're only human. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Texas, proud server of the most advanced machine on Earth.
Ready to supercharge your entertainment? Upgrade to Movies Extra Pack for $4.99 a month and get Epics free for 3 months. That means you get 9 premium channels of movies and more, plus an expanded library of timeless classics.
The time's going to come.
Must-see mysteries, epic adventures.
We can all use a little extra courage.
And groundbreaking original series.
We fight for our lives.
Take advantage of this limited time offer and amp up your entertainment. Upgrade to Movies Extra Pack for $4.99 a month and get Epics free for 3 months, only on DirecTV.
Every drive is a joyride. The thrilling Audi sedan family. Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer.
In the Sonic, may I take your order? 1 crave cheeseburger.
I'm on it.
Crave cheeseburger, almost ready. On my way.
Someone pack these crepes off.
Almost ready on the burger.
1 Sonic cream cheeseburger.
Well, Tigers had that 4-0 lead. That's the bad news. The good news is it's only the third, and Charlie Culberson will lead it off here. It'll be Culberson, Solak, and Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Final game in this 4-game series. That's another piece of good news. We're getting away from Detroit and the Tigers here after this one today. They have not been very accommodating. This one lifted in the air to center field. Badu will make the play easily enough. One away. All right, time for a Chevy game break. He's always accommodating. Let's check in with Rick Renner.
I resemble that remark, Dave. Hey, a great game last night between the Dodgers and the Giants. Down 1 in the ninth. Wilmer Flores, a 2-run game-winning home run off of Kenley Jansen, and the Giants win it 4-2 and now lead the Dodgers by 2 games in the best division in baseball, guys.
That's pretty wild, man. The Giants just keep on keeping on. Every once in a while, you think the Dodgers are about to make a run, maybe take over, and then they have to play the Giants. There's a strike to Nick Solak.
Yeah, it feels like that's what should be happening here, but the San Francisco Giants continue to do really good work here. And hanging in there, it's fun. I think it's absolutely wild in that West right now.
We're the first team to get to 60 wins this year in baseball. One strike pitch to Solak, and that one's a little bit in. So Alexander, so far, he has not met a whole lot of resistance in this start. Rangers do have the one hit. It was an infield hit by Adolis Garcia. That's away, 2-1.
And it sounds like, we mentioned this, he has 3 starts this year. They haven't been 3 consecutive starts. This will be the first time this year that he's made back-to-back starts, and A.J. Hinch wanting to build him up, and it's really kind of amazing to see. You need to pull a guy out of the bullpen with the starting pitchers that they have, and the young ones. We kind of went through it a little bit yesterday with Casey Mize and what we saw from Manning yesterday, and really starting to build quite a stable of young pitching.
Hinch said this time around, anyway, that Alexander was at least allowed to prepare for the start like a starter, throw the bullpen a few days in advance. 3-1 pitch, this one fouled back, and that it's all with the intent of keeping him in the rotation. So, and he said, as far as today goes, trying to just build him up a little bit more, hopefully go 4 or 5 innings as he makes that transition from the bullpen to the rotation. 3-2 pitch. That is outside. There's ball 4, so Solak draws the walk. Well, let's hear from Choctaw Casinos and Resorts.
Want to make your own big plays? We'll see you at Choctaw Casinos and Resorts, exclusively for everyone.
All right, so a base runner for the top of the order, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, 0 for 1. Hinch also said that the guys in the bullpen have really been riding Alexander pretty hard lately, making fun of him for being the big shot going into the rotation. He said the starters have been teasing for a long time for being in the bullpen.
Taking the easy way
thinking
out.
he can become a starter now. He says, heck, I've even taken some shots at him, just to pile on a little bit. But they obviously like the guy a lot. Second round pick in 2015. And this one popped up on the infield. Zach Short, right in front of the third baseman, Candelario, makes the catch. Very rude.
We've kind of seen this from Alexander. If you look back, he's got parts of 3 years of service time. In 2019, 13 games, 8 starts. Last year, 14 games, 2 starts. Coming to this one, 27 games, 3 starts. So there's been a lot of that kind of back and forth between the rotation and the bullpen, and perhaps this will be the look that he gets now, or at least an extended look, the last couple of months of the season. When he's been in that bullpen, he's been a multi-inning guy, so I think they've been kind of working toward this anyway. A lot of outings of 2 innings or more.
White goes after the first pitch and pops it up on the right side of the infield. Willie Castro tucks that one away. It's another quiet half inning for this Rangers offense. It's 4-0 Detroit.
Yo, nice seeing you yesterday. What's your secret, bro? Meditation. Every night before I go to bed, in my mind, I go back to a Little League game and feel like I can absolutely crush those pitchers.
On a spotty network, this is what Stanton heard.
Every night, I go to a Little League game and crush those pitchers.
Little League. Oh, yeah. Don't trust big swings to just any network. Go with T-Mobile, the biggest hit in 5G.
This
staying where he's supposed to be, buddy.
Indeed presents Closing the Interview with Mariano Rivera.
First, do some research on the team. That's a great lineup. And know what you want. Make sure that you have some good lighting.
Not worse too.
Then find the right grip and let it fly.
Hi.
You got this.
Hi.
Last one in Detroit, and we talked at the top about David Dahl and not getting stuck in the middle in the batter's box. And Chris Woodward said that is something his entire offense needs to take heed to. This team just too much self-doubt right now and not trusting in their ability. And he said that's what needs to happen for these guys. They've got to commit to what they know, trust their skills, trust their process, trust their work, to where they're not overthinking in the batter's box. They are going full throttle and they're not getting stuck in no man's land, which is the worst place you can be.
Yeah, for sure. And as you're talking about that, and there's a good way to say it off of Mike Fultonevich, I'm thinking about, we were talking about baseball phrases earlier, right? And the idea of when you're in a situation like Emily was just mentioning and how Woody described some of the hitters, and sometimes you'll tell guys, hey, let it fly. Right, let it go. And then I imagine you in Little League being told to let it fly.
Let it eat.
And then throwing your bat in the outfield or something.
Well, yeah, fairly literal person, I guess, sometimes. It is, but it can be confusing sometimes. And I do think that this space where the Rangers find themselves right now, especially offensively, has to be about the most confusing thing that can happen in sports. When you want guys to really battle, really fight, but you just got to relax.
Yeah, you're right. I love that. We talked about this earlier, and we look forward to Josh John getting to the big leagues whenever that happens. But part of that podcast that I listened with him, when he was talking about the mental approach of the game and where he is and what has worked for him, he said he intentionally, I haven't watched him, I haven't seen any of the minor league games, but at least as an amateur, I would assume it still continues, that he would walk up to the batter's box with the barrel of the bat in his hand. Right? And there was intent behind what he was doing to get himself ready. And then he would basically look at that big circle. Now, here in Detroit, the whole kind of batter's box area is shaped like a home plate, but for the most part, they're circles, right?
Yeah.
And he would look at that, it's like he was getting into an octagon and getting ready to fight, kind of along the lines of what you were talking about in the mental space that he would get into. For such a young player, it was really a pretty intriguing mental approach to what he is doing. And you can, those mental games, it's all about getting yourself prepared for the moment. How are you handling it? And no doubt slumps will bring you down.
All right, runner on second here in the bottom of the third is Scope.
Emotionally, and how you start doing yourself. I really like that.
Glad you're hanging around with us today. If you're brand new, hit that subscribe. Jay Sanudo, what's up? 1 for 2. He may be gone already. Greg and John came in while I was gone. Good to see you. Thank you for joining. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Grossman.
Woody last night talked about being in sort of the aggressor mindset versus defensive. Right? And that he wants his guys to be up there and think about what they are.
1-2 pitch. Here it comes. No, he steps off. Steps off.
As opposed to the opposite of that, right? Reacting to what you're getting from the pitcher, reacting to the strike zone, reacting to.
One of the people that subscribed said, nope, I don't like this. I'm out of here. And they unsubscribed. It happens. We're 4 or 5 away. We'll hope to get there today.
Think about what you're going to do, right? So that octagon idea, this idea of I'm going in there, I'm going into battle. And so I'm bringing, at that point then, you're bringing your game, right? Whatever that is, to be your mental edge. And I think it is it's a subtle but amazingly dramatic and powerful mindset difference. And right now, he just feels like a lot of guys.
2-2 outside. We got a full count. 3-2. What's up, Evan? Carol, what's up? She says, go Tigers. Pop it in for a thumbs up. I found my car key. We're ready to go. Start this car up and go. Carol is here.
You know you're going to get a crew ball as a bat from a guy. And you're just going to be ready for it and ready to do damage.
This game does an excellent job of pulling you in the opposite direction of that.
3-2 pitch. Oh, he takes it. Just misses. Wow. Happy birthday, son.
Happy birthday!
Walking with the Woods. What's up? Coming in from across the pond. Great to see you.
Continues, it goes on all the time.
4-0 Detroit here in the game.
There's a lot at stake for a lot of players. I'm not going to say it's make or break, but these next couple of months, maybe, for a couple of guys, at least in a Rangers uniform, or what their short-term future looks like. Performance becomes very important now.
It's a big part of it, no doubt, what weighs on some of these guys. Zarek Haas, a 3-run homer.
First pitch swinging. Second pitch looking. We got an 0-2 count right here on Haas. He went deep his first at bat.
This guy, and you see right there at the bottom of your screen, second most home runs now with 15. Second to Adolis Garcia's 22. Two-strike offering.
Oh, how'd he look at that? He took a... Wow, he took a pitch that looked really good. Got called a ball, but man, it looked good.
And start going up and down the line a little bit, you could run pretty deep.
There are a lot of really good rookies in the American League.
You're going to have, what, 3 finalists, right? Could do that same thing.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
MVP, could be 3 finalists, and then they reveal the, the winner later. Man, that is going to be tough. Now, if they had a Rookie of the Year with Best Classes award, well, here's your winner.
Well, and if they awarded the Rookie of the Year after the first 3 weeks of the season, it would have been a guy who apparently...
Ball in the dirt.
...is stepping away from the game now. I mean, Mercedes was off to that torrid start. He had 12 hits in his first, 18 at-bats of the season. And was just a superhero on the south side of Chicago. They were naming cheeseburgers after him and whatnot. The Yerminator. He retired sort of last night.
Ground ball foul. What's up, Randy?
At least
Thank you for hitting the like, buddy.
The White Sox have said this off the post that they had, at least as of last night, had not heard.
To the post, as much as I understood it, it seemed that he was leaving open some possibility of a return. It's kind of like a goodbye for now.
It's not performance based out at the minor league level. It was only 15 games that he was crushing it, nearly 1,000 OPS. That, I mean, you're talking about all these emotions in the game. Put yourself in his shoes. Out of nowhere, he skyrockets and is getting national attention. And you got a hamburger made after you and everything. I mean, that had to be the most fun he's ever had in his life, certainly as a baseball player. And then he struggled, and he struggled pretty big. And I think opposing pitcher, he's got a pretty good idea where to go. And the overall numbers were still pretty good. He was hitting 271 with 7 homers when he got sent down, but you sit there and break it up toward the end. It was not good.
Everyone in the UK is melting. It's a heat wave over there, huh? Swing and a miss. That's a strike. Go sit down. You're done. You're out. You're out. Sit down. You missed the ball. You're out. Go back to the bench. Watch the kids play.
Good job here by McDevitt to win this battle, especially when you're talking about a guy, one who's swinging a really good bat, but then also homered off of you earlier in the game. If you get an ugly swing like this from Eric Haas, for McDevitt is a job well done. 8 pitches. It wasn't even a full count yet. He still had him at 2-2 after 8 pitches or after 7.
So now Candelario, who struck out for the first inning, one of 3 strikeout victims today for Fultonevich. Tigers, though, have Scope at second and Grossman at first base.
Swing and a miss. That's a strike.
Double and a walk to open the inning. For a while, a former first
1-1 pitch. Runners on first and second. Big left-handed hitter in there. Looking to do a little damage.
But shortly thereafter, traded to the Atlanta Braves, where he spent the
Right-hander sets. Ground ball foul.
Wide of the bag. Strike two. Rangers signed him this offseason as a free agent. It was a one-year deal. He held a, what do we call that when you go to a college, you went to Georgia Tech and invited major league teams to come see him? A workout? I guess a workout. That word not in your vocabulary? A showcase? Words. Just got to the bucket. 1-2 pitch.
Ball inside. 2-2.
Anyway, Rangers signed him.
Rangers and Tigers baseball in the afternoon on the channel.
Some tough spots. We've seen
It's trying to have a little bit of fun today.
last year with Atlanta, he made one start and then was sent out. He was having terrible velocity issues.
2-2 inside. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
And strong arm and live fastballs back. Slider has been good at times. A terrific start against Houston back in late May. 7 shutout innings against a very good Astros lineup. And plenty of good, but there's very rough moments.
That's ripped out to right field. Caught at the track. Going to get it in quick. Runner's going to tag up, head to third. Going to be first and third with 2 down.
2 gone, it'll bring up Harold Castro. Castro 0 for 1, struck out in the first.
Castro struck out his first time up.
Left-handed hitter, and we've seen this, CJ.
Yeah, that should be the rule.
What we've seen from Harold Castro is he likes to go the other way. Look at the volume of hits that have gone to the left of second base compared to the couple that have gone to the right side. He's had a really, what seems like very simple approach.
Yeah, I like it.
Slaps it up there.
Not driving the ball out there. You're not talking about opposite field power, but a guy putting the ball in play.
Throw over to first. He's back safe.
Things happen, and I know fans watch the game and they wonder if we've gotten away from that. I don't think we have completely. Yes, we see more strikeouts, but these kinds of hitters, they still exist, and there's a place for them in the game. I want to go back to something really quick as we were talking about Fulton Evans and some of the good that we've seen this year. 8 quality starts, and he's won one of them.
Ground ball up the middle, over to second. He's got it up to first. That'll end the inning. Third inning done. Tigers have a 4 spot up. Nice job. We'll be right back. Back to live action in a minute. right, here we come back. Michael Keeley, good to see you again. Taking the Rangers.
The Rangers and Comerica Bank are teaming up to help women-owned and minority-owned small businesses.
Right now, not looking that great.
Small businesses can apply through July 31st. Go to TexasRangers.com/caller. See ya. It's a huge swing at the first.
Popped up. Catcher's got it. Nope. Third base is going to call him off. Candelario says, I'll take it. That's an out.
That's 3 straight pop-ups now by Rangers hitters.
Weird. Getting the ball in the air a little bit. We did talk about Alexander and a guy that doesn't have an exceptional ground ball rate, so he's a little bit more of a fly ball pitcher. The other part about the 3 pop-ups that you just mentioned, those have come on a grand total of 4 pitches. So because he's cutter heavy, you would expect that it would be a lot of kind of weak contact that he induces. So he's taking the bunt there now. Joey,
First pitch comes in. That's a ball. Heavy shift.
it looked like a slider or register as a
They're actually playing 4 outfielders.
changeup a lot, so I don't know if he cut it on purpose.
What the heck?
It's just a misread. If you would just watch the pitch, you would have thought it was a slider.
Foul. 1.
So it could have been like a Joely Rodriguez changeup.
Why can't you just slap it down the third baseline? You'll get a double almost practically. Nobody over there.
You see the Tigers going
Under is still in play for right now. Yes, it is.
all but one player behind Alexander. Currently in the outfield grass. Hit by several steps.
Oh, he got doinked. He hit him. Going to take first base on the doink.
He'll go down to first base. Hit by a pitch.
And between the armor and not being an overpowering pitcher, not to say it didn't sting a little bit, but it may have. Right at the very end of that.
4th time this year, Joey's been hit. He's aboard. Jonah Heim will be the batter. Jonah just missed knocking one out in the 2nd inning. Good swing on a ball. And this is a sweet spot by a couple of inches. Fell short out there in left.
Line drive ripped down the left field line. Fair ball. Down into the corner. Gallows around the third. Are they going to send him? No. They're going to stop him at third. 2nd and 3rd on the double.
As the Rangers set up
2nd and 3rd on the double.
Joey a little serious. Tony Beasley smiling a little bit. I'm guessing that Joey jokingly was reprimanding him and feeling like maybe it was somewhat of a late call. You get a good look at it right here. First of all, good job by Jonah Heim. He hooks this pitch and keeps it fair. Watch Joey right here and Tony. You be the judge. It's an animated stop. And before he gets back to the bag, he looks back at Bees. Maybe to give him a little bit of crap.
That's a big train to stop right there.
I think, again, not really bad.
Popped up. Foul. Going to roll out of play.
Tony's the longest tenured coach on this staff. Great presence down there at third base. He does a really good job. The fact that we don't talk about Tony Beasley very often as a third base coach, tells you what kind of job he's doing. Those guys, that's a tough gig down there. 1 strike pitch. Fights that one off. 0-2. Now, Ibanez, if he could produce a base hit right here, it would be a huge lift for this team.
Be a huge lift. They need it right now.
Woody and Calix Crabb, assistant hitting coach, talking things over there in the dugout.
And I wonder that you try to guess a little bit, right? It was just pretty difficult to do whether that was the grip of the bat or perhaps the way the path to the baseball right there and that pitch that Ibanez, I don't know if it was the first or the second pitch, talking about the swing. It's so detailed these days. There's so much that goes into it and different ideas that they have. I'm curious what they were seeing right there with Ibanez that we wanted to talk to Calix Crabb about.
Alexander's 1-2. And that one wafted into short right field.
Short right field is going to drop in.
Gallows in.
Gallows going to score. Rangers are on the board.
Held up. Yeah, I think Jonah.
Self-high five.
You're standing in between second and third. It's a little bit more of a difficult read.
4-1. L, what's up? What's up? What's up? Mouse talk. Wall in here.
Did not want to take that chance with Castro chasing that ball.
It is interesting. Short pop down the right field line. Runner at third takes off. Runner at second had to hold. He gets pulled back to third by the coach. It's a good thing. He would have been meat on a hook at home plate.
No, that's a good point. So Ibanez driving in another run. It's his second RBI in the series. On the road trip, the Rangers are really struggling to score runs. Ibanez has stood out. Chris Fenner, the pitching coach, he's done with his conversation.
Here comes Dahl, your right fielder.
Will be allowed to go back to work here against David Dahl. One out, runners on the corners for the Rangers. Lefty with the set and pitch.
First pitch swinging, that's a foul.
Now, we haven't talked much about the Detroit Tigers pitching coach, Chris Fenner.
Right-handed action up in the pen.
He played a little bit in the minor leagues in 2009 and 2012, so he's played kind of in this data generation.
Runners on first and third with one out. Fly ball gets a run in. Fly ball will get them in.
And they may not have played at all professionally or have no professional experience. They go from college to the professional levels. That trend is happening. Well, now take guys that have pitched in the data era and then have maybe coached as well. And that's kind of position A, quite honestly, to get yourself into the professional ranks of coaching. Really happy.
Fly ball foul again.
From some of the young pitchers. Casey Mize raved about some of the early work that he's done with this guy.
Talking to Hitch about him a couple of weeks ago, and he said, he's more of a kind of a game plan coach for them. He does a really good job of putting together the strategy for his pitchers. Whereas in Houston, he felt like Brett Strom was kind of like almost like a guru, right? He'd come in and tell you, well, you got a little too much weight on your left pinky.
Strike three, go sit down. Put your behind on the pine.
Strike three, you're out.
They went to talk to him when he was in Double-A. He said, when you're ready to coach, let's talk. And they tried to get him to come to Houston, but the timing wasn't right. And now Detroit, what a perfect matchup for him. So Alexander, though, done.
We're going to have a pitching change already.
And pretty good effort today from the young lefty.
Have a conversation. You're welcome to have a conversation. Over 3 Ks. I'm shocked. Well, he's on his way out. Robert, what's up? A lot of good friends in here right now. That Sonic cheeseburger looks pretty good, I got to be honest.
T-Mobile has plans built just for you. Switch today and get 2 lines of unlimited and 2 free smartphones. Plus, you'll now get Netflix on us. All this for up to 50% off versus Verizon. It's all included. 2 lines of unlimited for only $70.
I got to go outside and figure out which Halloween balloon blow-ups we have.
This month and every month. Only at T-Mobile. What's that for? What? Runaway train? Mudslide? Bad traffic.
All right, we got a pitch and change. Let's go to it. We'll wait it out. Ramirez coming in. Big right-hander is going to try to shut this down with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. First pitch is a strike.
Are you not familiar with that little bit of trivia? No. You're not? Yeah, Detroit is north of Canada. Oh, Windsor. Right? Following me?
Yeah, no, I think maybe that's the case.
It goes one of 2 ways. Either you say Detroit is the only city that is north of Canada, any area of Canada, or you can say Windsor is the only Canadian city that is south of the United States. United States. Well, it's one of the geographical oddities.
You're not really south of the United States, right? To be south of the United States, you'd have to be south
of all the United States, yes.
That is true.
But basically, you could be in Windsor, Canada, and go north to get to the United States.
Yeah.
A pretty good margin.
Well, it's fun.
Yeah, now you know. Or maybe you don't know. Maybe you're
0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He threw it right by him. Wow. No soup for you.
No soup for you.
Go sit down, son. Middle of the 4th. 4-1. That was a big chance for the Rangers to get back in it for a little bit. And all it took was one additional hit, and they couldn't pull it off. Couldn't pull it off. Tough. No, Mike is just a fan of the community and an incredible moderator. That's what he does. He's doing what I used to do years ago. Exactly what I used to do. And he's exceptionally good at it. Everybody's showing all these burgers on the TV. I'm getting hungry. I just ate. And I'm getting hungry for like a good burger. Now I'm looking at Dairy Queen. Sonic was looking good earlier. Funny how it never looks that good when I buy it. Why can't I get the guy that's making it on TV to make my burger? That's what I like about Texas, is what they're singing. Interesting. Again, we're having fun here. Middle of the game almost. Afternoon baseball on the channel. Working hard to get up to 5,300 subscribers. We're just a couple away. Working hard, fighting and scraping to get to the number. 4 subscribers away. Yes, Mike rocks. He does a great job.
Is teaming up with the American Red Cross for the Roll Up Your Sleeves campaign. Please make an appointment to donate blood at go-to-valleysports.com/cares.
Well, the Tigers claws out.
All right. It's going to be Castro to lead it off. The big lefty, second baseman for the Tigers.
Third of the order for the Tigers. Willie Castro, Zach Short.
Pitcher hasn't changed. First pitch is a strike. He fakes the bunt and pulls back.
He's considering the idea of punting his way on. Castro had a triple in the second inning. One strike pitch.
Fouled off, 0-2.
It's a start today at second base as light hitting switch hitter. I shouldn't say that. He's got 6 home runs. I mean, Harold, the bat's ahead of him in the order. He's a little lighter when it comes to the power numbers. We've seen a lot more of Harold Castro.
We'll see what he can do on this inning.
For today's game. 0-2 pitch from Fultonevich.
1-2. That ball's outside. 5 more likes to 50.
Tigers, mentioned earlier, on a pretty good run. They're trying to win their 7th straight game. Start the second half, and there's a swing and a miss. Castro strikes out, 1 away in the 4th.
So we were talking earlier about Mike Fultonevich and some of that lack of run support that he has gotten so far this season. And you take a look, and there's different ways to calculate it, as you mentioned. This is, I believe, this version is full game as opposed to when he's actually in the game. But either way, Mike Fultonevich, 3rd lowest run support in baseball this season, at even 3. That's why talked about earlier. 8 quality starts for him this year.
That ball is crushed. Deep left field. Way back, looking up.
There's a drive. Way back. It might be. It could be.
Back. Gone.
Self-high five.
He's going to be sad to see the Rangers go.
That ball was smoked.
He was able to get that ball over the bullpen. We talked about how they brought in those left field balls and in left center a while back here at Comerica Park. Now there's a mislocation. That ball was up and in though, and Mike Fultonevich has got a pretty good fastball. It's 93 miles an hour. That's why you tip your cap a little bit.
We will see. Whoever's there, I'll be doing it.
Not only anticipating he could do that to your fastball, even in that mislocation.
Reyes, switch hitter. Takes one away, 2-0. And Jonah Heim trotting out there maybe just to allow Fultonevich a moment to catch his breath, calm down a little bit.
Pitcher for Texas had an attitude problem all day. You can see it on his face. I can read it like a book.
So, you know, obviously, young rebuilding team, the Rangers want to see what they have, all that kind of stuff. They mentioned that they're going to bring some position players up in the next week or so, but no pitchers will be brought up. Is there a difference, you think, between, I don't want to say rushing, but exposing young pitchers as opposed to position players?
Well, it's a tough question because I think anybody that struggles right away, if you don't get it done, it's going to have those lasting mental effects. I would say for a pitcher, you can get yourself in a big hole pretty quickly. Ball hit hard.
Oh, my Lord. Back to back, Jack. Look out, son. That's a shot.
This ball is crushed.
It is long gone. Are you kidding me?
There they go. Up another one, up another one. This pitcher's just throwing home run derby. Reyes hits a shot.
Mislocation up and in to short. He hit the ball out to left. This didn't look like a terrible pitch, but down into a lefty, or at least down. And we know that can kind of be the nitro zone. They're trying to go away and missed, maybe more middle in. Reyes rolls it out of here. But to get back to your question, Emily, I would say this. I think for a hitter, you'd say you have a bad week. You can recover somewhat quickly. A starter, you have a couple bad starts, or a reliever, you have a blow-up game.
Wow.
It takes a long time to get those numbers down, so I think the idea of who has the more difficult time recovering.
That's crazy.
Struggles or feeling like they're rushed and whether or not they're ready, that's a challenge. I think it's probably individual.
That was your 9-hitter, too.
1, 2, this is inside. My concern would be a concern.
Back to the top with Badu.
Maybe the thought process is because of the lack of work everybody got last year.
Yeah.
To add stress to young arms in that kind of way might be something they try to avoid.
Well, and two, when you're a pitcher, you're on that mound, which is kind of an island. You know what I mean? If you're in the lineup, you've got guys, you know, protect.
Ball's hit sharply over to first. He's got it. That's your first out of the inning.
That's true. I mean, you and I can't necessarily appreciate that, but CJ, you've stood out there. It's amazing to me because, you know, you have this playing field, and then there's one guy who has the ball in his hand.
What's up, D? Adventures by D in the house. Dave's here.
On a hill in the middle of the field. All eyes focused to him. I mean, it is a different job.
Yeah, it is. It's funny you say that.
Glad you guys are here hanging out today. 4 likes away from 50.
Even as a kid, and you've been a pitcher for
Ground ball hit by Scope up the middle. Second baseman's there. He'll make that play. That's going to end the inning, but after pitching batting practice, the Tigers are up 6-1 going to the 5th. Wow.
Let's go. Just don't make a scene.
You made a scene, didn't you?
What is with this tension? Black Widow.
Good evening, and welcome to Monday Night Football. 99 yards and a half. Are you ready for some football? Nobody can be close. An amazing event to make what comes as look like tea party.
Join us tonight for the off-the-wall version of Inside the Huddle, as I got some great people hanging out with me. We also endorse these sports channels: Ali May, European Soccer, or football as it's called in Europe; Valhalla Sports Talk, he does the Lakers, Dodgers, and a mix from California; and Beantown Breakdown up in Boston, doing a great job. We endorse those sports channels.
And only your special theme night ticket can get you. Go to TexasRangers.com/theme nights.
All right, top of the fifth here. Solak up. Ramirez is your pitcher of record. Let's see what happens.
Ramirez got the final out last inning.
I don't know. Tigers have just been playing really good ball lately, and good for them. Tigers fans need an uplift. Line drive, center field. That looks like it might be caught, and it is. Their younger pitchers in Detroit are stepping up.
The development of their pitchers, and even kind of like Chris Woodward talked about the Rangers, you do have to get through the season. You've got to see guys go wire to wire. They'll be a little bit more careful with them. And for some of these guys, too, because of the way that they're bringing them along, can they pitch third time through the order, right? That's something that they're going to have to prove. But I would say that
Oh, thanks.
at this stage of the game, the Tigers have to be pretty happy with their pitching development and the way it's going so far this year.
Why I keep missing that lately?
One out, and the lineup turns over for Kiner Falefa. And the first pitch to him, that one right in there for a strike. Isaiah today 0 for 2. He struck out looking and popped up the short. There's fires that one wide. 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Right-handed pitcher. Ramirez has been around a little bit, 31 years old now. Nibbles off the corner there, strike 2.
Ramirez 6-1. Tigers ahead. Texas trying to get on the board. 1 out in the inning. Kiner Falfea up, the shortstop.
And he's been Ramirez, kind of a right down the middle guy. 92 starts, I don't know, 100 some odd relief appearances. Pretty versatile.
Popped up center field.
Kiner Falefa takes this one out to center field, and that'll be back-to-back putouts.
2 outs here in the 5th already.
Let's hear from Kia.
It's summer. So
Here comes Garcia to the plate, your center fielder. He's 1 for 2 today.
All right, 2 away, and here is Eli White.
I'm sorry. It will be White first. I got ahead of myself. White up first.
Interesting, I thought, with what he said about Eli White, asking about the play at second base as far as his overall play, and if they've picked up enough to get a feel for how he rates, what he thinks of the glove over at second. They've been pretty happy with what he's done there, but they do believe that within the organization, I found this part interesting, that he's probably their best center fielder. Now, and he mentioned Leody Taveras and how good Leody is, and we know that we've seen him here defensively. He has been phenomenal. Right now, Adolis Garcia is getting most of those reps.
Ball.
In center.
Inside.
To me, that was a little eye-opening, thinking about what the future may look like and what the Rangers might do if they get past this deadline first. See who's left standing. But from a defensive offensive standpoint, and you say the same thing about Tavares between both of those guys. If either one hits the big league level, it sounds like they may be preferences the regular starting center fielder. But right now, Garcia's been holding it down, and he's been holding it down really well. It's a nice score keeping going on. That's a nice day. Day game at the ballpark, score. But we saw him make some nice plays. We have seen nice plays, really in all positions. But that one caught my attention today. Because I felt like whoever's going to hit is going to get it. And Garcia, I think, would fit nicely at any corner position. That was something.
Ball low. Garcia on deck.
And you were pressing really on would you guys like him better on the infield or the outfield? And Woody eventually got to that. He's like, well, we just think the athleticism plays up in the outfield. You know, you take advantage of the great speed and range that Eli provides. 3-1. That's ball 4, so he is on with 2 outs here in the 5th.
I'll take you back to that Eli White catch that we were talking about and really getting a feel for the great athleticism. We can do it with our eyes, and we can do it with a little bit of StatCast data. And the sprint speed, 30.3 feet per second.
That was a nice diving play.
In the game. And the catch probability.
Are you going to cover both baseball and NFL? Yes, I am.
All depends on, I guess,
absolutely.
what kind of players you're drawing from. Because if it's me, you, Emily, and Eli White, then the catch probability is 25%.
There's a first pitch strike to Adolis Garcia.
See, it'll keep you busy, right, Dave?
Infield hit.
I won't be doing as many of the small market teams or teams that are out of the races. So, you know, we may see more Yankees, Red Sox, Dodgers, Brewers, you know, Giants, Padres if they're still in there, Oakland, the Angels, stuff like that. Not going to see Minnesota versus Detroit, just being honest, or, you know, as we get towards the end of the season, people want to see the games that people are competing for.
Back to our conversation earlier. That was a swing of aggression.
That's why I contemplated not doing this one today.
I think you could see it from some of the other guys.
Thought it would be better, maybe go take a nap, and I said, nope, I scheduled it, I'll do it.
Seems pretty sure.
It's been okay. Foul ball.
I don't think, and he has struggled a little bit here lately, but I don't think that.
I've already booked all my streams up through the 1st of August, I believe. For baseball, at least. Everything's in there for football up till Christmas.
He gets after it. He does have now a 4-game hitting streak with that infield hit earlier.
Garcia ready for it. 0-2. Steps out. Calls time.
Mentioned earlier, 22 home runs. That's most among Major League rookies.
Yep, it will.
He was only the 9th rookie in Major League history to get to 20 homers and 60 RBIs before the All-Star break.
Ooh, how did that miss?
Rangers rookies, 9th in the history of the game. So, you know, he's had a wonderful ride this year. He has slowed down a touch. He asked for time. Earlier today about how Isaiah Kiner-Falefa yesterday finally got a full day off, a day where he did not participate in any way in the game. It was his first time this year.
Popped up.
It's this one in short
right field. That'll be playable.
Play for Reyes. Garcia hasn't had one of those.
That's the end of the inning. Grossman, Haas, and Candelario come up bottom of the 5th when we return. of 5 coming up when we get back. Yep. We'll be doing football tonight.
On the Tigers with the advantage, 6-1 as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Looks like are those eyes? Is that the? Is that what you're talking about? The laser eyes?
I believe so. Those are the ones that. Yeah, it's where they got laser cats from. I think it's all because of those light up.
Hearn coming in to pitch. Grossman coming in to stick. Let's see what happens. I'm waiting for Preston to get back because I got to go help him for a second. Trying to see where he's at. Apologize for that, guys. You do have to try to help your kids. And they are pulling up now. I'm going to go help Preston with this for a second. I know Jesse's got the chat. I know Mike's here. I know I got Keeps to keep it going. Let everybody know. Just listen to the game and enjoy.
Of the season, 4.74 ERA, 49 strikeouts this year for Taylor.
Jesse's in charge.
Pretty respectable.
Jesse and Mike, have fun. You're in charge for a minute.
Against. It is a power arm that we see from this left-hander.
Let's see what he's going here against Grossman. First pitch a little bit up for ball 1. Grossman, Haas, and Cameron Candelario in this 5th inning. Grossman has walked both times today. It's this one off the handle into short left field, and Eli White able to get to it. One gone in the 5th. Time for a Chevy game break. Let's check in with Rick Renner.
Dave, the Rangers face the Astros tomorrow. Last night, Houston lost a heartbreaker to Cleveland. Cesar Hernandez with the home run here off of Austin Pruitt to break the tie. Cleveland wins at 5-4. It was the first time in 6 tries the Indians beat the Astros this year, guys.
All right, thanks, Rick. Next opponent for the Rangers. They'll head to Houston after the game today.
I like Rick was trying to cheer us up a little bit.
Responsible work on his part. Appreciate it. Hearn fires that one right in there at 95. Strike 1 to Eric Haas, who was homered and struck out. The strikeout in the 3rd inning was a good battle. That was an 8-pitch at bat. Today, Haas batting in the cleanup spot for this Tigers team, and he comes up empty 0-2. Detroit team trying to pull itself up off the mat after a handful of down years. And I'd say they've done a pretty good job of that this season. They're approaching 500 for the year. That one is upstairs, 1-2. 46-51 this season. And that was after the start of the season where they went 9-24 to begin things. So they have turned things around dramatically. First year under A.J. Hinch. And perhaps playing their best baseball of the year right now. The 1-2. And Haas strikes out swinging. 2 gone. 2 at the Tigers, especially here at home. We talked about how they've run off, 7 straight? And they've been outscoring opponents at home 52-17 in an 8-game home win streak. It's their longest winning streak at home since 2013 when they went 10 in a row. So they have found the home formula. Well, that's a good formula to get because you play, half your games there.
Interesting. Thinking about Taylor Hearn when he came into this game and going back to spring training, one of the things that he had mentioned in kind of a goal for the season for him was to, and you hear a lot of pitchers say this, finish off batters in 3 pitches or less. Right, try to get them to put the ball in play, weak contact, if it's 0-2-1-2, okay, maybe we're going to try to strike a guy out. But it seemed like that was kind of the philosophy. It was one of the things that he mentioned before the season started. And I realized, we don't really do this as a stat. I don't think we do it. I'm kind of interested. We'll look at pitches per inning on an average, but that doesn't tell you how many batters he's faced. We know what numbers are good and which ones are or bats. So I just looked at the batter's face compared to his total pitches this year. He's at 4.2 pitches per batter. Still seems pretty decent. I'd be curious to go and look and see. I wonder who has the, what's a good number? What's the league look like, and what's a realistic goal?
Well, average 3 pitches per hitter that inning. Hey, Joey Gallo, he's done a great job with the glove. Gold Glover in right field last year, and every bit as good this year. He leads off when we come back.
Frontier's fiber optic internet is here, with upload speeds 25 times faster than cable for only $49.99 per month.
Finally, I can experience a humiliating loss of a 13-year-old without lagging out.
Finally, I can find out what the capital of Vermont is on all of my devices.
It's Burlington.
It's Montpelier.
Finally, we can flawlessly live stream our amazing lives to our 12.5 million followers.
Do what cable can't, with Frontier's 500 meg fiber with free activation for just $49.99, plus a Visa reward card on us.
For generations, the Gibbon and Rathcard families had a blood feud.
Do I need to explain to you why this is unacceptable? End it.
Can you take care of my problem?
Yes, sir. How do you want to die? I want to die in a gunfight.
We'll try to stop us.
I'll protect you.
For how long?
As long as you want me to.
I'll try to.
Every drive is a joyride. The thrilling Audi sedan family. Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer.
Well, we take a look at Joey Gallo and the great defense. We know that he can do it with the bat, but how about with the glove all year long and the arm? Gold Glove winner from a year ago. Looks like he very well could be headed to another one here in 2021. And we never, ever get tired of watching Joey Gallo play defense. But how about specifically against the Tigers this year? All these highlights against the Detroit Tigers. And Joey Gallo racking up the assists, making some really nice plays in that outfield and right field here, both at Comerica Park and Globe Life Field.
Well, let's see if we can get something going on the offensive side here. You could use a little lift this road trip. Just 2 for 20 so far. Was hit by pitches last time up. And we'll take upstairs from Ramirez, 2-0. 6th inning. Rangers with just the 1 run again today. And 3 hits total. Big swing, 2-1. Also, we were talking about this last inning about Garcia not being tentative at the plate and not playing defensively. I think that the same would go for Joey, wouldn't it? I don't think there's been any signs that he's tweaking his game at all that way.
I think this is probably the most consistent that we have seen Joey Gallo in his approach. And as you mentioned, maybe that effort level, even though the home runs were not there early, he never seemed like he was discouraged. Like, he stuck to his game plan. We talk about it a lot, and it can be difficult at times if there's certain results that you're not happy with. What he didn't do was expand the zone. Just because his home runs were down a little bit, he was taking those walks, and he was perfectly fine continuing to take those walks.
Well, that was a close pitch right there that he laid off for ball 4. 73rd walk of the season for Joey, and we check it again with Emily.
Well, Chris Woodward had some interesting comments after last night's game. He said that right now his team is in survival mode, and they're holding on too tight, and it's dragging them down. They need to be in compete mode. And so when you're just trying to survive, it just is not going to happen at this level. You're not able to compete if you're gripping too tightly to everything you're trying to do. And you feel for Woody, because he's saying, he's recognizing what the issues are, right? And he's saying the right things, but those things are not translating to his team's play, and that's got to be a pretty helpless feeling.
Well, I mean, that part has been kind of obvious to watch lately, and tough to watch, I think, for the skipper. It's a helpless feeling, I think, at times
for a guy, too, because you can't, there's just not a whole lot you can do beyond helping guys try to relax, give them the confidence, the tools that they need to succeed.
And I think, again, going back to what we were just saying about Joey, it becomes even more impressive when you see your team struggling and you're not trying to do too much. You mentioned those close place pitches that he took right there during that at-bat, not just ball four, but there were a couple in that at-bat. And if you start to try to put the team on your back a little bit, you try to do more than you know is what you're supposed to be doing, then you start expanding the zone, and you start chasing, and then things can get sideways really quickly. So I think that part of what he has done this year also certainly kind of needs to be recognized.
Now, Heim had the double in the fourth inning, which got Joey to third base. He stopped there by Beasley. The Rangers ended up scoring later in that inning on the bloop single by Ibanez. That's when they made just a little push against Tyler Alexander, who's no longer in the game. Erasmo Ramirez now going in long relief. Himes had a couple of good passes at the ball, though. Here it comes. Shoot it foul.
Erasmo Ramirez is the second Erasmo Ramirez in Major League history.
What?
Ranger fans may remember Razor playing here 2003 to 2005. Sidearm lefty, soft tosser with a nasty, nasty super slow changeup. The more you know, Dave.
Yeah.
Through 84 games for the Rangers over that 3-year span.
Inside, 2-2 to Heim. Jonah's become kind of the main guy behind the plate lately for the Rangers. Continue to wait for Jose Trevino to get back to full strength and get back. You know, that may not be far away. And then the question becomes, what do you do with John Hicks? Because he's done really well in his limited opportunities. Long hold for Rivera's 2-2 pitch, and that's turned foul.
Yeah, that's a tough decision the Rangers have to make, right? You have to start thinking really bigger picture, right? At this point in the season, you're thinking about the future, and I think Jonah Heim certainly is a guy that you want to see get consistent playing time. I think Jose Trevino is still in that situation as well. And so to carry a third catcher, and John Hicks has done a really nice job here, you're right. I think as long as they anticipate that there would be some kind of rotation and he would get some playing time, then it works. And Woody's brought up the idea of carrying three catchers in the past. It's just a matter if it makes most sense for the roster.
Heim fights off yet another one.
Especially really because, I don't know, for any of those three, that we would see them do anything else. Like, did we see John Hicks playing first base at all during spring training? I'm trying to think of how much he may or may not have done it in his career. I know he's listed as, you know, a first baseman as well. I just haven't seen him. Now, you know, he's played a pretty decent amount, actually. 101 starts, or 96 starts in his career. Let's do this again. 101 games started, 96 complete games where he's actually played first.
3-12, ninth pitch of the at-bat. And Heim took a close one. I mean, it was a borderline pitch. Strike three. One away. How about our Choctaw marquee matchup today as Ibanez comes to the plate. 3 for 6 in the series, driven in a couple of runs. He's one bat to watch for the Rangers. Robbie Grossman has had a big year against the Rangers. The other one to watch, of course, Grossman today, just a couple of walks. Ibanez drove in this game's only run for the Rangers. It takes strike one.
Just going back to that real quick, thinking about Hicks, perhaps that's the role, right? Having Nate Lowe as a left-handed hitter, if you want to give him a day or two. But now Andy Ibanez has also played some first as well. And you get to that point about having potentially three catchers. In the case of Hicks, you can put him out at first base once in a while if you want to. This actually shocks me. He has almost the same amount of innings played at first that he does as a catcher in his career. coming into today. 924 innings as a first baseman, 928 as a catcher. I would have never guessed that.
Nope. 1-2 on Ibanez. Okay, so that's a good solution to the problem. And a good problem to have. And you have guys who you feel like you're doing a nice job and you want to keep them around. 6-1 Tigers lead here in the 6th inning. For the Rangers, a getaway day today. They will leave Detroit, head to Houston. Of course, when you looked at the schedule coming out of the All-Star break, you said, okay, well, you're on the road for 10, but you're starting with Toronto, and who knows where that was going to be when the season started. In Florida, you're going to be in Buffalo. Might they be back in Canada? But you knew that there would be some external stresses for that Toronto team. Detroit, not a lot expected of this Tigers team this year. Houston was a team you'd be worried about. This one in the air, short center, drops in, base hit. Gallo stops at second base. Another bloop single by Ibanez.
I got to tell you, I think Baду might have done Joey Gallo a favor here. It's something about outfielders when they try to do that fake, I'm going to catch it. None of them are really good at it. Right? You can pretty much always tell. Now watch this off the end of the bat. Joey starts going a little bit, and he's got to slow down. Got to be careful. But as soon as Badu put his glove up like that, like, I'm going to catch it, I'm going to catch it, and like, no, you're not. You can tell he's going to play on it. It actually makes it easier for Joey. I think if he's running at it hard and looking like he has a legitimate chance to catch it, Joey would have had to be a little bit more careful in how close he got to second base. It's not him. None of them are good at it. And don't you feel like any time a guy fakes it, you can pick up on it every time?
From where we see it, right?
Yeah,
so from that high angle, it never looks very realistic at all to me. It must be a little trickier down there because they all continue to do it, and I do see, occasionally it does jam a runner up.
Like, what if you just started screaming, "I got it," like you're camping or you're about to get it? So your infielders don't get in the way.
I'm with you on that running. The other thing you could do is you could almost look like you're going to pull up a little bit. That would really trick you.
Like Jackie Bradley Jr. did.
Yeah. There's a liner into center. Gallo got the green light this time, and no throw offered. He scores from second on the Dahl base hit. And it's 6-2.
A good base on from Joey Gallo.
Self-high five.
Offense looked like it might have been a changeup. Good job by Dahl to go down there and get it. Just kind of slice it into center field.
I leave for a couple minutes, and Joey's getting base hits and scoring runs. It is what it is. Welcome back, everybody, to live activity. 6-2 here, bottom of 6, and that's going to be a pitching change. We'll stay here with it as we do it. Welcome in, everybody. It's one of the lower end games, as they would say. Smaller markets teams that are both out of it. We're having a little fun with it today. Glad you're here. That scared you. How does it scare you? Shouldn't scare you, Jesse. I think we got Preston's situation fixed at least. For now, at least. Who are you asking that to, Robert?
That's why we built an app that lets you care for all of them. Your way. It's how we're changing healthcare for the better.
Our policyholders continue to tell us how we vote. Here's their story, told by a standard insurance association.
Glad you guys are hanging out with us. I knew it was going to be a slower, quiet game, Oh, the self-high. Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. Gotcha.
With triple the beef, triple the cheese, and triple the bacon.
I love how all these baseball shows are constantly showing food commercials.
You can call it the Triple Bacon Cheesy Jack. My $6.99 Triple Bacon Cheesy Jack combo. Only a Jack in the Box.
Time now for our Baylor Scott White.
Dodgers game was a good game last night. We had almost 1,900 views. That was pretty awesome. Almost 2K in views.
Continued for him this afternoon against the Detroit Tigers. You see Haas. There is Short. And then even the bottom of the order, the 9.
We got runners on first and second with 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. 6-2 is the score officially.
See the home runs that we mentioned. Alexander did a pretty nice job. 3 2/3 innings. 3 2/3 innings. He is a reliever that is working his way back into the rotation, or I should say into the rotation for the Detroit Tigers.
Center field actually floating over toward left. Going to be an easy out. That'll hold the runners. 2 down. That's 1 pitch, 1 out.
Farmer has to hold second. Calling first, and Buck Farmer is the new pitcher for Detroit.
Pitch in. He does a nice job of getting that first out, does Buck Farmer. Gain number 28 for him. 7.62 ERA this season. He does have 30 strikeouts to 14 walks this year. And those 30 strikeouts have come in 26 innings. So good job on the swings and misses. However, 7 home runs allowed in those 26 innings. So the long ball has been a little bit of an issue for the right-hander.
Yeah, at the end of the month, they're going up there, I believe. They have a timing already lined up on it.
Pitch to Nick Solak.
Pitch outside.
Nick with that big deep breath. And this is the guy I think maybe who gets the most attention in the
Solak 0 for 1 today.
With Woody, talking about guys kind of squeezing the sawdust out of the handle. And there's for some guys it just who knows how and when you get there, but just get him to.
Ball comes in. That's a strike.
Let it flow just a little bit. That's the idea. Easier said than done. Solak's had some better swings lately. He's 0 for 1 today with a walk. Farmer, not sure. Tended to the land around there? What's going on?
Taking care of his island.
Yes, so.
As we're talking about the idea of the pitcher's mound being an island. Some guys like the need or island more than others.
1-1.
Oh, really?
Foul ground. Not quite playable.
Interesting.
Into that camera well.
Yeah, I saw something about that. We'll talk about that tomorrow on the show.
So it hit like on the
I did
steps.
hear about that as well.
Here it is, here it is. And then watch this. Watch guys on camera. Hey!
I was thinking baseball when you put that up there. It took me a minute to pull it together.
Ball and 2 strikes on Solak.
Oh, you're good. We'll talk about that tomorrow in detail. That'll be a good topic to talk about.
Tell me if you think the guys in the 4th row, it's tank top row, and I feel like they're saving you a seat in the middle. Tell me if you think that's what's going on over there. You get a look at the center field camera. It's about 4 or 5 rows up, right?
Oh yeah.
See tank top row there?
That's my crew.
Yeah. They save you that spot right in the middle.
Yeah, that's how I roll right there. Paired off, 2 and 2. Mine is getting a little attention out there at second base. Dahl at first.
Here's a 1-2 pitch. Outside. Ball 2 and 2.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Farmer not taking any chances. He's being careful with Solak. He knows he could run into 9 home runs this year, 34 driven in.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of pop.
We're looking at a 1-run game, 2-2 pitch.
Ooh, just missed outside.
Full count. Now the other thing he's doing is he's introducing the idea of maybe pitching this kind of full effort with the bases loaded. I don't know that he would prefer that out.
That's a good call. I mean, it's off the plate. We mentioned, what was it, the second pitch of the game was probably in that same location and called a strike. And we had wondered Is that where this game was headed this afternoon with a little bit of a wider strike zone? But it really hasn't stayed like that at all.
Ball in the dirt. That's going to be a free pass. Happy birthday, son. You're getting on base. And your on-base percentage just went up.
Happy birthday!
Space Mountain Dave jumping in.
You get on Space Mountain, you'll be like this. It's live and in color.
And we've been talking about attack mode, survival mode. It looks like he's kind of coming at it more from the survival mode.
And you get the tying run right now.
2 outs.
Kind of left over the plate.
First pitch comes in. That's a strike. Thank you, Dave. We appreciate you.
Now the Rangers 15 for 57 this year with the bases loaded. And they play Isaiah pretty much straight up on the infield. Ranger at every base. Ibanez, Dahl, and Solak.
Like you mentioned, the home runs this year for Buck Farmer, they've been a little bit of an issue. 7 of them in his 26 innings pitched, and this would be a great time for him to let up another. Now, it's been a while. We'll look at his last 7 games.
Bases loaded here situation. Texas with a chance to get back into this.
One home run. Huntsville came early in the season.
In the dirt, 2-1.
Nowhere to put him. Just flat out nowhere to put him.
Necessary chances right now for the Rangers when you're down. You see him turn over that changeup and see Haas getting over in front of that baseball and deadening it with that chest protector. It's a nice job.
All right, good hitters count. Isaiah looking to drive the ball a little bit here. The 2-1. And he does.
That's a rocket shot. Gonna fall in front of him. Base hit. 1 run is in. Overthrows the third baseman. 2 runs are gonna fall in on that. Wow. That was something right there.
Self high five.
Come through with a big hit and the aggressiveness that you have been talking about here, Dave. You're driving a couple of runs and just feel like you have some momentum going in your favor. Good base running too by David Dahl. 2 outs helps a little bit with the jump, but the ball was hit hard. I wasn't sure if there was going to be a play at the plate, but I think because Grossman had to kind of back up and play it the way that he did, it made it a little bit easier for David Dahl to score.
It's funny you say that because off the bat, I didn't have to guarantee that Dahl would even be set. Now Eli
Ball inside with the first pitch. 6-4 game now. Base hit can make it a 1-run game.
Not charged to Farmer, although he is responsible for Solak at second. And Kiner Falefa at first. Farmer, the third pitcher of the ball game for Detroit. And his 1-0 pitch. That one just catches the
Nice, Roger.
top of the zone. Even the count at 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike pitch. Here it comes.
A little quicker this time in that one.
Ripped foul down the first baseline.
Look a little different in this 6th inning. White's the 8th batter of the inning. It's a pretty good event so far. White has walked today, 0 for 2.
Ball inside.
2 strikes.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
With runners in scoring position.
Top of the 6th inning here.
Just in that series against Toronto. But in the first 3 games of this series, they were 2 for 16. Today, 3 for 6 with runners in scoring position.
Rip, swing and a miss. That's your 3rd out of the inning. We'll go to the bottom of 6. We'll be right back. Let's see. Let's go to, I think it's still got last tomorrow, last things. I got to take these off. We'll go to this one. Man, that stadium is almost empty. Wow. I'm looking at a wide shot right now, and it is really empty.
Go to valleysports.com/cares to schedule your appointment. All right, so the Rangers have pulled to within 2 now.
Detroit going to try to answer here.
And then Zach Short this inning. Harold and Willie. Harold Castro 0 for 2. He has struck out and grounded out. Rangers play him to pull just a little bit.
No, not really, Robert.
But they definitely
I believe it was made to be a human game, and that's what I'd like to see it.
I feel like maybe that has been tempered a little bit as the series has gone on because he has done damage to the left side and pretty consistently. 2-0 pitch. Again, he goes the other way with it, this time in the air. Hangs up.
Fly ball down the left field line, out of play, but caught. One out.
Well, some encouraging news on the injury front. You guys alluded to Jose Trevino, who should be back at it hopefully this weekend, maybe this weekend, fingers crossed. And then Willie Calhoun about ready to start doing some swinging of the bat. And the Rangers have not put him on the 60-day deal because they feel like that he very well could beat that out. Willie chomping at the bit to get back out.
Where is it in Detroit? What, the park? I have no idea. I've never been down there. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, poor Willie Calhoun. Yeah. Talk about guys that just have had some tough breaks. Or talk about guys that maybe are injury prone. That's one thing. If it's kind of some soft tissue stuff, it's another thing when things just aren't going your way, whether it's a bad pitch or whatever it may be that Willie has had to go through over the course of his career. Some bad luck in there. It would be nice to see him, just be healthy again at the end of the year, take some acts at the big league level, and start getting prepared for 2022. I think for him just proving that he's healthy and being out there and seeing some live pitching, I think would be really helpful for his psyche more than anything else.
Yeah, and I think it can, like you said, it can change the whole outlook of your off season if you are able to get back out there. I think especially for a guy like Willie, it's important to him, and I think.
Honestly, no, I'm not worried about carrying who's in the World Series. Foul ball first, got it. Nice play. Nice play over there, first base. 2 outs in the inning. I just want a good World Series. Competitive, involved, fans in the stands. That's what I want.
For the record, for clarity, he was at the beach working out.
He was working out.
He was at the beach this off season.
He took this one off and just decided to kick back. No, he did his workouts at the beach in California this off season. And we know because we saw those cool videos he was making. stuff. Put it on the
social
internet.
media teams. Some of these guys.
Well, some of them have social media folk. You get on the Slack channel and then
Oh gosh.
communicate there.
CJ's our social media team.
He's our slacker.
That sounds about right.
He is our editor, though. I mean, CJ, you're good. You're handy with the editing.
The video editing?
Stuff.
Oh, there's no doubt.
Yeah, I haven't been doing as much lately. Okay, I appreciate it.
Yeah, the creative outlet. I mean, that was...
I'm almost in retirement.
What are you doing with that extra
I'm
time?
busy, man.
Yeah, you work on the tractor.
That's right. On track.
High ball out to center.
While you guys were yammer yelling, by the way, you missed a really good play by Andy Ibanez. We're talking about playing some first base. How about Andy?
3 outs in the inning. We're going in the middle of the 6th. Garcia, Gallo, and Heim coming up. Going to the 7th on the inning. And we'll see what happens here. Rangers are in this ball game. Like to see the Mets and the Red Sox. Interesting. Look at the Orioles. Yeah, I look at them. Trust me, all the time. Rome's, what's up? Who do you guys think you're going to see in the World Series? Go ahead and put that in the chat. Be curious to see. I'm curious who will be in the World Series myself.
Every drive is a joyride. The thrilling Audi sedan family. Get exceptional.
I am curious.
Here in Texas, every day is a DQ day. Got a case of the Mondays? Grab a Sunday. Taco Day goes way beyond Tuesday. You never have to wait for Friday. And best of all, the forecast always calls for a blizzard. Your local DQ has the burgers, baskets, and treats.
Just that picture out of the garage.
Every day delicious. So why wait?
Give me the picture. You need a large Slurpee. Large Slurpee. Astros, Giants, but Rome's is biased. I think I like Jays wouldn't be bad. That's somebody new. I still think, yeah, I think they're a couple of years away too.
And Choctaw Casino and Resort Durant, expanding August 2021. Stakes raised. Wow, now that's how one should spend a beautiful afternoon. The sailboats.
A lot of sailboats out there.
Whistling a happy summer tune. Meanwhile, we've got a ball game going here. 6-4. Our score, a 7th inning, and Kyle Funkhauser takes over in the 7th inning. Part of the order for the Rangers.
He's thrown the ball well. 26 games, 2.27 ERA, just 2 home runs allowed. A very nice batting average against the 198. 35 and 2/3 innings pitched. 32 strikes.
Funkhauser in the game.
Mostly a 2-seam fastball and a slider.
Strike out there on the corner first thing.
Things up here on Garcia.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing the Brewers. That'd be somebody different.
He looked good against the Rangers. We saw him 2 days ago. The game that the Rangers lost 4-1. A couple of strikeouts in 1 inning for Funkhauser.
Ball and 2 strikes now. Phillies had the infield hit in the 1st inning. The Rangers would not have another hit until the 4th when Jonah Heim fell to the double to left. They climbed back in it though. 3 runs in the 6th inning.
Ball upstairs, 2-2. Disney's really starting to show a lot of those Fab 50 guys. That's pretty cool. I'm getting a bunch of notifications.
Enthusiasm here. Jump back in it. Funkhauser.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the inning. Nobody out in the inning, I'm sorry.
For Detroit. Barry's just kind of ran out.
Up top, 3-2.
Yeah, I wonder kind of what the plan, thinking about A.J. Hinch and the way that he runs his bullpen. We have seen certain relievers kind of take on that role where they're lengthy relievers, but you let them face basically 9 hitters. You let them go through the order one time. And that's pretty much what we saw from Ramirez. Former took over to try to finish things off.
I don't think it's in the hallway. I wonder if... Oh, is there a polyp in the hallway? Or in the closet? Check in the closet, and then we'll look in here and see if the picture is in here. Maybe we can switch it out. I don't think it would be down there. I think it would be in one of the envelopes, like where one of the things where I took it out. Maybe put it in. Ground ball to first. Easily played. Nice job.
To the base, one away.
Pretty nice play here by Castro. Looked like it could have been a base hit off the bat, and he ranges pretty far to his right. He's already playing pretty far off the back, so we'd actually have to go that far, but it's a long run to beat Garcia.
Check in the hallway.
So 1 out, and here is Gallo. So he's been on a couple of times today, hit by a pitch. He also walked. It was his first walk of the second half. And he scored twice. One pitch.
Swing and a miss. Absolutely.
Gallo just off his second All-Star appearance and entrance into that home run derby. Skips up to the plate. Now, do you believe in the home run derby?
Huh? Wonder if it's in here. I'm going to keep talking, guys. I'm going to move out of screen for a minute.
Some guys
we'll keep an eye on the game here.
takes a little bit out of him or gets him out of sync or anything like that.
I mean, it's hard to say. I think I don't say that I would believe in it one way or the other. Could it have a negative effect? Absolutely. Could it have a positive effect? Juan Soto says yes. Juan Soto says yes. After I go through it and saying what he said, I'm thinking about getting the ball in the air a little bit more just to experience it. And you know, sometimes also breaking these special home runs. So teach their own, I guess. Guys that maybe have never done it, then they do it and they realize, oh, I didn't like that. Or like
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Didn't love necessarily that version of basketball.
Foul off.
Essentially it is. For guys that are really particular about every movement and everything that they do over the course of the season, it could throw them off a little bit. I absolutely believe that exists. I think it could go both ways. So it's really based on the individual. And if you're running a team and the player has an opportunity to go, I think you talk to that player and see where he's at. You know, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. was a guy that the Blue Jays did not want to see in the home run derby. Our team said don't want players to participate.
That's another strikeout. Go sit down. You're out, son.
Proud Uncle Marty there. Hauser's uncle excited about that strikeout.
Kind of interesting. You should see each pitch here.
Yeah, those are all the books and stuff.
With the tracer behind it. There's an elevated, pretty good looking pitch for Buck Farmer.
Full count.
What'd I say? Buck Farmer? Okay. I meant.
We're all there together. Time.
That's all the Brad Paisley autographs and everything.
Side foul out of play. Johnny has a double today, 1 for 3. He was frustrated after the strikeout of the 6th inning. He battled and was really working the count. And
Yeah, I was looking for the one with me and Robin
out
and
on a pitch
everybody
that
at the
just did find the inside corner. He thought it was a little off,
Disney.
but Ron Culper rung him up.
That's why I thought it was outside with those pictures in the garage.
Generally speaking, though, he's looked pretty
There's
good.
no 8x10s out there?
In the air.
Popped up!
Didn't like that one. And Grossman gets to it.
That's the third out of the inning. We're going to the middle of the 7th. It's time for a little Pearl Manhattan on the channel. Always like a Pearl Manhattan.
One, 2, 3, 4. Take me out to the ball game. with the crowd by me. Buy me some peanuts and some Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never get back, for it's root, root, root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes you're out at the ball game. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd by me. Buy me some peanuts and some Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never get back, for it's root, root, root for the home team. Or if they don't win, it's a shame, for it's 1, 2, 3 strikes you're out at the old ball game. No ball game.
All right, bottom of the 7th here. Reyes, Badu, and Scope due up. See what excitement we can get into here.
Taylor Hearn retired all 6 Tigers he's faced.
First pitch comes in. That's a strike.
And he's done it in 19 pitches through those 2 innings. Talking earlier about Taylor Hearn this year and averaging about
Reyes batting from the right-hand side of the plate.
just barely over 3. So that kind of efficiency for him. You know, people ask about it. We have these meetings with Chris Woodward, and Taylor Hearn's name comes up, and the idea of would the Rangers take a look at him in the starting rotation? I would say this: efficiency is what gets him. He's got plenty of stuff. In my opinion, just my take on it and what they would do. I think if he shows a little bit of more efficiency than maybe we've seen this year, then there could be a spot for him in the rotation. You know, he's gotten 2 chances to start. They've been spread apart. You know, one of them was a true start when he made his debut a couple of years ago in Seattle, and unfortunately he got hurt. We saw kind of that spot start opener type of situation, and that did not go as well for him. But he's interesting because he's got the power arm, and you can see how effective he could be in the bullpen, maybe even a short roll. Right, at least the first 2 innings he's thrown, when you see that kind of efficiency with the power arm, you're like, oh, could we put him in the rotation? So that hasn't been settled just yet. I do like Taylor.
2-2 pitch. Here it comes. In the dirt.
As long as he's in the zone, some consistency. His absolute power back into the bullpen, big outs kind of stuff.
Reyes making him work a little more than some of the other Tigers hitters to this point. Shoots up with a foul. See yet another pitch. Reyes batting in the 9th spot in the order. He is homered. He's also given in a run with a sac fly. It just kind of falls right in line with what has happened with the 9th spot in the opposing batting order. Against the Rangers lately, they have done, for no reason, that spot has just turned in a lot of damage. 3-2.
Ball low. It's going to be a free pass.
Walk to start the 7th. Time for
Happy birthday!
Starting the inning with a walk. Batter, what's up? Welcome in.
Indefinitely, the 28-year-old DH announced it on Instagram. It's over. Mercedes started the season batting .415 in April, had 5 home runs, but got sent down in June, and apparently has quit. Kind of surprising, guys.
What the heck?
Yeah, that's a big story in baseball. I guess last night.
That's ridiculous.
Saw the news. Mercedes. And it's too bad. You know, signing exciting young player this year for the White Sox. We'll see. The story's probably not yet done.
I'm with you on that one. It does feel like a little bit of a we'll see moment, perhaps just a little bit frustrated for Mercedes.
That's the weirdest damn thing I've ever seen.
Maybe he just needs a little bit of a breather. It's happened with some guys.
Needs a lot more than a little bit of a breather. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Which sport has the most stamina and endurance? I think it's all different. You can't judge one against another. Everything's different.
Basically said, I realized I don't love it. While he was pitching, playing professionally for other people. And doing it at the professional level, it's a lot different than the game you fall in love with as a kid and an amateur. It's a completely different grind. We talked about it a lot. The Rangers this year as they go through.
Oh, 2 strikes now on Baddoo. He's 0 for 3, batting out of that leadoff position.
Baddoo trying to get a stick in here. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
We have seen Eric Haas with the highest slugging among rookies. Baddoo,
Football is starting soon. I'm looking forward to it.
among rookie hitters this year.
Definitely am. Ball upstairs. Runner steals second. Nice job. He's in there easily.
He did confirm with the head shake, whatever that is worth, afterwards with the head nod, but this one looked pretty close. Good throw. Everything looked right in line. Maybe a little bit high if we want to get 50 on the throw, but it's probably not really fair. Let's take a look. Did that hand get in there? Ooh, that's close, but it probably did.
Close enough. Reyes is going to get it, and the Rangers won't challenge it. Interesting to see him looking back as he was running to second, right?
Peek in.
Yeah, you hear all the time, though, like that. That's usually...
When do the Olympics start? Gotta be coming up. July 21st.
Because you want all the attention and energy and everything focused on going forward.
I don't mind it.
Opening ceremony is July 23rd at 7:30. Not that far away.
But you're right. I mean, that's usually what you're told, but you'll have some guys just want to peek in.
That's tomorrow night.
The ball gets put in play.
Tomorrow night at 7:30 is the opening ceremony. That's crazy. Do not, Jacob. Sorry, buddy. 3-2 count. Wow.
The Rangers this year, they've allowed a 680 OPS to the 9-hole hitter this year. That's the second highest in baseball. I'm taking away all the National League teams.
Does that mean there's going to be a lot of Olympics all weekend long?
680 OPS for the Rangers against the 9-hole hitters, but one of the better teams in baseball, they're worse. The Tampa Bay Rays.
Yep.
It's a pretty good pitching. They've allowed a 693 OPS. The Rangers have allowed the most home runs. The 9-hole hitters this year, 11.
Olympics all weekend long. Wow.
A particular issue on this.
All right.
But that might sometimes that's just sort of one's wacky perception, not necessarily accurate. Let's see. Baddoo, meanwhile, doing good battle here. After him again, and there's a little bouncer up the middle.
Bouncer up the middle. 4-3 on the scoring.
Throws out Baddoo. That's the first down of the inning.
Runner gets to third.
But Reyes ends up at third base. But maybe he gets a different pitcher. Taylor Hearn. Could be done.
We got another pitcher coming in.
Woodward takes the baseball. And so Hearn finished after 2 1/3 today.
2 1/3 innings. He's done. Cool, Jacob.
With the most standard safety features in its
Afternoon baseball on the channel. It's always unique when it's different games. Glad you stopped by. We got one out and a runner on third in a 6-4 game.
Happened between the hours of 6 p.m. and 6 a.m. Do you know that wearing a seatbelt can improve your chances of surviving a crash by up to 60%? Whether you're a driver or a passenger, wearing a seatbelt day or night is the single most effective way to be protected from serious injury or death in a crash. Help us end the street by buckling up, Texas.
Comerica Park, as that's where the game is at.
Transportation and Valley Sports Southwest Safe Days of Summer.
Unlock a summer of possibilities in a new Chevy. Expand your options and your perspective. Find your next adventure in a new Chevy.
Make no monthly payments for the rest of the summer on this 2021 Silverado. And get 2.49% financing for 72 months when you finance with GM Financial. Plus $3,000 total cash allowance.
On a 2-run game. 6-4.
Dave likes the old Tiger Stadium. That was a shot to center field, wasn't it?
The 7th inning. You look ahead at the Rangers schedule we mentioned after today. 3 games in Houston. Against the Astros, Jake Odorizzi tomorrow.
3 games in Houston.
Colby Allard will have the ball for the Rangers. We'll see Farmer Valdez and Zach Greinke in that series as well. Then it's back home to the Diamondbacks beginning Tuesday night. Seattle over next weekend.
We see Joe Barlow coming in this game now and taking over for Taylor Hearn. 5 games this season, 5 innings for Joe Barlow.
Joe Barlow pitched well.
He's done a pretty good job outside of the 4 walks, the 4 strikeouts, a good number. And for this right-hander, he's got a curveball. He's actually curveball, 14 fastball, and a slider. 14 fastball, slider, the 2 most pitches.
First pitch is a strike to Jonathan Scope.
Third pitcher of the afternoon for the Rangers.
Popped up.
So we mentioned the number 9 hole hitters and some of the struggles the Rangers have had. Big picture, well, digging a little further on what they've done against the Tigers this year, or at least what Tiger 9 hole hitters have done against Ranger pitching. Those numbers certainly jump off the page. 476 average with 3 home runs and a 1,500 OPS.
So I guess that's what I was getting at. I felt like something was a little off.
Your instincts were correct.
That's decidedly ungood.
Fly ball foul. Pitcher's not happy with that. He's jumping up and down. Something you don't see often.
All right, now their 9th place hitter is stationed at 3rd. Infield is in. They try and cut him down. If he tries to score, keep it a 2-run game. Rangers still in this thing. 0-2 pitch. Bounces up to the plate. Stolen base factors in this inning for sure. Reyes not stolen second base earlier in the inning. I think it would have been a double play, although maybe where the ball was fielded by Kenner Falefin, might have had a shot. 1-2 pitch.
Popped up. Is that going to be in play? It looks like it will. That's an out. Catcher's got it. 2 down.
Second out.
That's a really nice job by Joe Barlow. Good fastball up and in off the plate to get that weak pop-up. And to keep the runner at third base, right? That's the big one. You have the infield in, close game. Can you retire a batter without him driving the run in? And he did just that. And 1 more to go here for Joe Barlow.
Yep, tonight, inside the huddle. Be a good one. We've been having fun.
Robbie Grossman, the hitter. Couple of walks today and fly out to left for Grossman.
Ball inside in the dirt. Almost hit them both. Yeah, after you told me you didn't want to come on, you were busy. I know I'm second fiddle in the mouse talk world. I get it. I'm just giving you a hard time. Yeah, after you told me you were unavailable, I did. You want to come on next week? You're more than welcome. I'd love to have you. I'll take mouse talk, Walt. I'll take my friend Walt. You are busy, yeah. I'll take my friend Walt on my channel anytime he is available. Swing and a miss, strike two. Walt, there's talk in the local media up here of Rushman coming up. I think it's too early. I don't know why we want to do that here, but line drive, base hit to left. That's going to drop. Opposite field flare will get the run in. That's production. Going the other way with an outside pitch is just good baseball.
Self-high five.
Dumper into left field.
Well, you know, like I said, they had a couple of different options, and it looked like Jonah Heim wanted his ball in a little bit further and perhaps a little bit more elevated. At the same time, that level of contact is not something you can really get frustrated with. You feel like you beat a hitter. He just found a way to kind of turn that weak contact into a base hit. That's what's so aggravating.
That's an extra insurance run here in the seventh.
Dumper. The advantage of putting the ball in play. Meanwhile, now Haas, who could do some damage. Again,
Over to first. He's back easily. He's got the oven mitt on with 2 outs. He might be taking off. He goes. He's way in there. The throw's way off.
We had a great camera shot of that right there, watching Robbie Grossman with his lead, and it was intriguing. He was definitely leaning. I just couldn't tell if he was trying to get Barlow to throw her again. You could see that lean. And even right before that, if his throw was on the money, it probably still would have had him. Looked like it was a little bit high.
Boom.
Take a look at Jonah Heim. Sailed on him just a little bit, as you can see. So
way wide.
The other part, we had that nice camera.
The oven mitt is safe.
And you wonder, sometimes guys do it fake. Oh, yeah, I'm going.
Again, if you're finding us because of a search today, welcome. This is baseball on the channel. Won't affect his service time. That's a good point. All good points. Again, why I went like Walt when he comes on my channel. All good points. I just worry about him rushing him. But I am looking forward to it.
Up there in the 8th inning, but it is now a 3-run game.
Oh, 2 outs.
2-strike pitch.
Fouled off again. Haas went deep earlier today with a 3-run bomb. That turns out to be the difference in the game right now.
In the 8th, there's 6 outs with which to work. Trying to avoid a 4-game sweep in Detroit. There's a swing and a miss. So
swing and a miss. That will end the inning.
The
Tigers put up another one. They're doing some good baseball up there. No soup for you.
No soup for you.
Nope, none. You struck out. Go sit down. We're going to change it to the 8th. And we'll be back in just a few moments with live action baseball when we return.
evening, and welcome to Monday Night Football. 99 yards and a half. Are you ready for some football? Nobody can be close. An amazing event that makes what concerts look like tea parties.
I can't wait. Looking forward to tonight. Talking a little football. Walt, are you still in here? I'm curious.
If you can help heal your skin from within. With Dupixent, adults saw long-lasting, clearer skin and significantly less itch. Don't use if you're allergic to Dupixent. Serious allergic reactions can occur, including anaphylaxis, which is severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems, such as eye pain or vision changes.
Going to the top of the 8th is going to be Ibanez. So, Walt, at the Preston's tournament on Saturday, I literally had an umpire. I was sitting behind the plate watching the game, and I literally had an umpire say to me, "Hey, what happened to you?" Literally, just like that. And I looked right at him, and I really wanted to say a lot of things, but I looked right at him. I said, "I got attacked by a 9-foot python that wrapped around my legs, cutting off the circulation, and it bit off my left hand." And the guy actually believed it. And I just walked away because I was so disgusted that somebody would look at somebody that's disabled and say, "Hey, what happened to you?" I never met the guy in my life. Preston wanted to go over and say something to him. I'm like, "Dude, it was the game he was pitching the shutout too." I'm like, "No," because Preston heard him say it to me. I was like, "No, ignore it." I don't know what made me think about that, but first pitch coming is a ball, second one's a strike. Follows that up with a nasty curveball to Ibanez. Funkhauser throwing junk. Throwing junk and coming at him in the 8th. Fly ball right field, heading towards the right center alley. That's going to get up there and out there. Oh, great running effort by center fielder. Not going to get it. Looking for a triple. In-house trip. In-house trip. We got it. Stand up triple. Stand up triple. Great effort by Reyes and Badu out in the outfield. Diving on the warning track. Laying all the way out. Badu's calling it. And just by like a glove's length misses it. Yeah, it was something, Walt. I was rooting anybody asking that of anybody like that. I just looked at him. I wanted to go off, but I figured it just wasn't the best thing to do in front of the kids. So I just bit my tongue and said something totally stupid.
David Dahl fouls off strike one.
Oh, that's Preston just reminded me that I also said to the guy when I went back, and he said, "I'm sorry to hear about all that." And I also said, "Yeah, the guy bit off my winky too. I don't have one of those either. The snake did." That's what I told the guy. So I forgot about that. What's up, Dad Builds? Been a long day, Chris. I was up all morning working on all the stuff for the holiday video with 3 hours today, just planning and everything with the holiday video. Strike! And then right into baseball, pretty much. Get a couple hour break though tonight. Yeah, especially from me, Jesse. That's a shot, center field. That'll get the run in. Fly ball, that'll get it in.
Self-high five.
They get the run back there that quickly. Way to drive the ball to the outfield, kid. 1 out, nobody on. Dahl coming up. I don't care if anybody comes up and asks me professionally or nicely. You know, hey, sorry to hear that, but, you know, what it is. But, come on. Well, thank you, Chris. We appreciate you. Ground ball to second. Picked up right off the edge of the grass. It's going to be a line drive out. I thought he was going to one-hop it. He got there quicker than I thought. Nice play. Go into his glove side, range it into the 4-hole. Nice play.
Solak done.
We're going to have a pinch hitter here. It's going to be Lau or Low, depending on what part of the country you're from. First pitch is a strike. Regardless, he's a left-handed hitter. Heavy shift on him right now.
See the shift.
Almost the Joey Gallo treatment, not quite.
Christmas event's going to be a good one. Marvel event's going to be good. We got a lot of good stuff for the community coming up.
Funkhauser. And kind of the way that he pitches and the repertoire that he has, because he relies so heavily on the two-seam fastball, you're talking about a fastball that's running away from left-handers. And Nate Lowe's shown us he's not afraid to just go ahead and poke that ball to left field on pitches that are away. See if he gets that chance.
Well, got to pitch away. Too far away.
Now listen, if the ball's down, it's a lot more difficult to do. And for right-handed hitters, it should be pitchers.
2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs here in the 8th in a 2-run game.
On that two-seam fastball and hitting it to the ground to the right side. That's why they're playing Low the way that they are. You can use all parts of the field. He's done it really well this year.
Yeah, absolutely.
Balls in a strike.
It's loaded. Ball up top. It's another free pass.
Happy birthday!
Here's what I know about walks. They score.
I suppose they've had a similar answer for the Tigers. Now they'll bring up Kiner Falefa.
Kiner Falefa, your leadoff hitters, 1 for 4 today. 2 runs batted in.
Gregory Soto has saved the first, or rather the last 2 games anyway. Yesterday, was having 22 pitches. So I wonder would they use him in the 9th inning today? Miss Isaiah.
That's a really good point. And I think for AJ Hinch, yes, they want to play games to win games, but how hard are they pushing you right now, right? You're not in contention. That's one thing going back. Certainly Ranger fans familiar with emptying out your bullpen and trying to get to the postseason down the stretch. What was that, 2016, 15, 16?
Ground ball rolled over to short. Goes a short way to second. Nice job. That'll end the inning. We're going to go to the bottom of the 8th. Looks like Tigers are excited about that play. Aren't blaming. Nice play. Get them out of it. Candelario, Castro, and Castro. So a lot of Castro coming up next inning. And it's not Fidel. It's many others.
You did great today, Inspire. You went for a run, more of a walk run. You also chose an organic beer to Jessica.
New Course Pure with 3 simple ingredients. It's organic, but show them.
Yeah.
We're going to the races. The New York Times calls Dream Horse a crowd pleaser that earns its smiles and cheers.
Who the heck's coming in my door now?
Life story that's full of heart. He's got spirit, like his own. The Los Angeles Times says Tony Collette's performance is a thrill.
That's Preston having his beverage delivered. I'm going to give Preston a hard time on the front porch. Leave it on the porch, you filthy animal.
Godzilla will come for Kong. We need Kong. The world needs him.
Waiting for Preston to go out there. The delivery guy didn't find my humor of Home Alone very funny. He just turned back and gave me a dirty look. Oh, Preston, go get your drink.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Texas Rangers and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts
My wife's going out to get it, I think. I can't say stuff to her. It doesn't work well for me. The delivery guy definitely did not like my comment. All right. Oh, well.
Correct myself. Stays in the game at first, and Eddie Ibanez moves over to second base, and Brock Holt stays in at third.
A lot of defensive changes here. Bottom of the 8th inning. Tigers 3 outs away from a win. Got to get through this hitting first. They're looking to get a little bit more on the insurance path.
And he also did a really nice job of bouncing back from that outing in his last one. Which I believe his last 2, I guess I should say. See a good version of Spencer Patton here. Now with my outings get all out of whack. 17th game of the season, 2.7 ERA. I knew I was right. His last outing, he bounced back and struck out the side. It was the game before the All-Star break where he went 2/3 of an inning. Gave up 4. 3 of those were earned. He's really taken full advantage of his opportunity here. As you can see those 19 strikeouts for Patton. He's done that in 13 third innings. Really well done.
First pitch comes in from Patton. He's a general in the field. Ball outside. Candelario up there to hit.
5 runs, 7 hits for the Rangers. 7 runs.
Ground ball hit. Fair ball down the line. That's going to be extra bases. Candelario is going to get a double. Nice shot. Leadoff double.
Take a look at this here. Right over the bag. I thought I heard somebody say that's a great call. Now, whether it was the home plate umpire or first base coach, either way, that was a really good call based on the view that we had right there to try to make that call in real time when you have to use your judgment on where is that baseball when it's going past first base, right? It's not just
all right, Castro and Castro trying to get him in. And in case you missed it, it's probably going to be a Castro coming up.
Who knows? Maybe it was C.B. Buckner telling himself.
C.B. Buckner. Coach, what's up? Great to see you.
Strike out, a ground out, and fly out for a little bit of a shift on the infield.
Not much. It's a quiet day with 2 lower end teams. Two teams that are 12, 13 plus games out of it.
Big runner at second base.
Swing and a miss. Castro. H. Castro. W. Castro. Second. There's nobody at the park. There's actually more people in my chat than are at the park, I think.
Having that chance to get a run around, and then all it takes is one swing of the bat. Tie this game up. So Pat's got some work to do.
Fouled off again. 1-2 remains the count.
Started to loosen up. Wow. Again for Detroit, so he's thrown in 2 straight days, and he was razor sharp Tuesday night. He struck out the side in order, maybe a dozen pitches. Last night was fine, but definitely a different.
Casey, what's up, buddy?
Not quite as overpowering.
It seemed like he was getting away from his fastball a little bit more.
Yeah. So it'd be interesting to see the short turnaround as well.
Yeah, it's really surprising actually.
Preston's going to be wearing his hat down in Florida. He asked me if he could take a couple of his hats to Florida. I was like, sure.
I have to imagine Holland is getting ready. It's not a safe situation. Yeah. If they were to score 2 runs, then perhaps we would see him. But I find that surprising based on the...
Yeah, we try to have fun, you know. I'm always trying to think ahead. There's strike 3 on the batter. That Castro is out.
What?
He's gone. He didn't hit the ball.
What?
Yep, he didn't hit it at all. He's going to the bench.
What?
Go sit down. You're out. 1 down. Here comes another Castro.
we say on the
Fidel Castro will be batting third in the lineup.
So in front of the white on that scoreboard, but on the edge.
One out.
Runner on second with one out now.
He was tripled, struck out, and popped out.
Strike in there.
Good strike.
Pretty pitch.
Plenty to say to Kenner Falefa out there at second base. Those two have a nice conversation.
Ground ball, foul. High bounce, but foul.
The dangerous Zach Short would be next. I say dangerous. I don't know what his problem is, but he really has some issue with the Rangers. 3 of his 5 home runs this year against Texas. So
That was kind of Falefa a couple of years ago, right, against the Astros. Sometimes there's just teams, it seems that you're comfortable against. I mean, sometimes it's just completely random.
Fouled off again, 0-2.
Castro on a whole 0-2 now.
Big fly here could tie the game.
Last inning. And at the time, it seemed like that might be a pretty big run. And it is. Because the Rangers came back to equalize it in the 8th inning and make it now a 2-run game. But again, the Tigers threaten. Patton's 0-2.
Ooh, just missed with that.
Earlier, Willie Castro on the plate right now. He was called up for the game before this game. He's been up and down a few times, though. 24 years old. 1-2 pitch. And
Ball outside.
Talk about guys having a propensity to beat other teams. Willie Castro has 6 home runs this year. Yeah, 6 home runs. 5 have come against Kansas City. Wow. So, I guess it seems like every team has one of those guys. Here's a 2-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss. He struck out another Castro.
A couple of huge strikeouts.
Send him a couple more.
Excellent work here so far by the general. Breaking pitch down in the dirt. I'll say this in the case of Willie Castro, AJ Hinch gets in here a day early to get his groove on because they are indeed starting a series against the Royals tomorrow. So perhaps that's it. Maybe he's playing the hot card. Nice choice.
All right, well, here is Short. A home run today in 3 at-bats. Oh, distraction out there. Valerio chased back in.
Told you about the 19 strikeouts in 13 and a third innings for Patton coming into this one. So now he's at 21 strikeouts in 14 innings and 5 strikeouts over his last 2 outings in an inning and 2/3. Doing a great job. This is not just a guy that you take a look at, need a little bit of help, a veteran, been around, he spent some time in Asia.
1-0 pitch coming up with 2 outs here.
17 and really seems to be proven that he would have the potential to be impacted.
He fell asleep. Am I that bad? You fell asleep?
We talk about everything that's coming up here with the trade deadline. Bad idea for a team to probably sneak in and ask a question about that.
Line drive to left field. That's going to be an out.
Inning is over. So they leave that leadoff double out there. Last chance for the Rangers coming up. 7-5.
What do you call a crunch wrap with double the seasoned beef, a crunchy taco, and a large drink for just $5? Don't know, but it better be
remember just kind of like a burning smell from the airbags. My Pixel detected that we were in a car accident and prompted me whether I needed to call 911. I don't ever really think about how is my phone going to save me today.
At the new Choctaw Casino and Resort Durant, we're celebrating our grand opening with a little more grandeur. We're raising the stakes with our biggest cash giveaway ever. We're raising the curtain on 5-star entertainment.
Going to the final inning here, top of 9. 3 outs away from putting it away. White, Garcia, and Gallo coming up. Good combination there. 1 runner on. This game is tied. Boom. It could happen. I've seen it happen before.
I've seen you around my stores lately. Delicious sandwiches at Jimmy's Jones.
Oh, they got summer wraps. They're new.
Summer wraps.
Yeah, this one's from Chicken Caesar.
Sounds refreshingly light.
Got croutons too, boss. Freaking Jimmy's John.
I want to get some of these Jimmy John's commercials. I love the Jimmy John's commercials. Without the advertisement of the sandwich at the end, just a commercial. I think they'd be funny to run.
7-5, so they are within 2. And indeed, it is Gregory Soto coming on once again, a 3rd day in a row, but a day game followed by a night game, so not a lot of rest from the last one.
Here comes Gregory Soto.
In his save opportunities.
We'll see how he does.
But last night, that was a little bit rocky. The Rangers came out and they put a little bit of pressure on Soto at the end of this game. India Bañez with a loop base hit down the right field line. And then Eli White hit by a pitch. And even the reaction from Soto and then this balk just kind of made you feel like, is he a little fatigued, maybe both physically and mentally? Now, ultimately, he gets out of it, and the Tigers held on, and they won the game against the Rangers. But it was a close one. The score was 4-2, and he had a couple of runners in scoring position that could have changed that in a hurry. But here he is now, about 4 or so hours later, trying to do it again against the Rangers.
Eli White, first man up, and he takes ball 1. It'll be White, Adolis Garcia, and Joey Gallo. So the Rangers have it queued up about the way they'd like.
All right, 2-0 pitch. Here it comes.
Get 1 man on.
You can't keep throwing walks here, you know, especially that last pitch was so wide. Got to be around the plate.
Run in the 4th, 3 in the 6th, 1 run in the 8th inning for the Rangers. One of the better offensive days they've had in a while.
Ball low, 3-0.
So back in May, Soto did pitch 3 games in a row against the Kansas City Royals. It was a third of an inning for the first outing. He threw an inning, shutout inning in the second outing. But the third time, he lasted just a third of an inning and gave up a couple of runs. Well, it just put him in this position before.
Wow, what did I tell you about that?
Very comfortable, kind of picking up where he left off last night.
Look, he puts the first man on via the walk.
Happy birthday!
You know, Eli's got great speed.
There's a lot of local places, Casey. More unknown than you would know.
Big time damage with 1 swing.
We get more local places around here than the national places.
Pleased where this has ended up right now.
Which is good, because a lot of times the local places do it pretty good.
1 for 4.
Garcia up 1 for 4 tonight. Pops up foul. That's a strike.
Swinging at that first pitch after a 4-pitch walk to Eli White.
1-1.
We'll tell you, we've learned enough about the strategy here with the Rangers that when you have a guy like Garcia, I think Joey Gallo would be free to do that as well. And you see a little get me over breaking ball. He doesn't have a problem at all with him going after him.
That's a strike. 1-2.
Especially when you're talking about representing the Tigers.
Coming right at him.
Sliders here to Garcia. Soto after the 4-pitch walk, all on fastballs to White. 1-2.
Swing and a miss. That's a big out for Detroit right there.
No soup for you.
You're gone.
Well, you noted it last night, and it makes some sense. Perhaps that is where he's most comfortable when he's in trouble, or if he's just feeling fatigued. Even though the numbers on the fastball, velocity-wise, are still good. He threw a couple of pitches at 98 miles an hour. He starts facing a dangerous hitter. It feels like the command is not there. Perhaps that's kind of the crutch to go to the slider. We'll see what he does to Joey.
Gallo up. Your DH today is 0 for 2.
Gallo has struck out twice today. He's been hit by a pitch. He's walked. And he takes a slider. Strike one.
Need to fix that picture. It needs to be higher.
Garcia and Joey Gallo handle velocity.
I don't like that. I want to fix that for next time, guys.
Has done damage.
Pardon me for 1 second. There we go.
Against left-handed pitching.
That looks a lot better.
That's left-on-left hitter.
Way better.
Last 5 seasons when it comes
Can't believe I didn't see that before.
slugging.
Swing and a miss. Strike 2 to Gallo.
Yeah, up and in. You see Joey's kind of reaction there. He probably realizes that pitcher was just out of the strike zone, but it's in the back of your mind. You got to get ready for 100. But you got to get it started earlier, which means less time to make decisions.
Guy's bringing it 100 miles an hour. Curveball got him. It's a nasty curve or a slider. Wow.
Hoo-ah!
Two outs in the inning. Again, a reminder tonight, I'll be back at 9 o'clock tonight with 3 great broadcasting partners talking the NFL. Come join us.
It's going to be in the hands of Jonah Heim now.
Jonah Heim got to take a chance to whack that ball over the fence to tie the game. He gets out. This game is over. Detroit fans up in rhythmic applause. Ground ball to short. Going to go the short way easy. That'll end it. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a slow but enjoyable game today. Glad we had some fun doing it. I hope you did as well. Come back tonight and join me. Football tonight, baseball tomorrow in the afternoon, Disney Hangouts tomorrow night, baseball through the weekend, and a great Creators Sunday night. We got a lot going on this channel through the weekend. Detroit wins it 7-3.
And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.